Yeah,
We'll
that's
see.
a
I
fact.
mean, Aaron Rodgers looked good. He didn't really have to do much. He could have just stayed efficient, and he did stay efficient. Wasn't a lot of pressure on him on drives because we knew New England wasn't going to score. So like, I'm not as big on like Aaron Rodgers being quote unquote back like everybody else was. He did look good, especially for his age, but I don't know. I think that was more of like the game script called for Aaron Rodgers to not do anything terrible. He did enough. He looked sharp. He looked efficient. He did look like classic Aaron Rodgers, but um,
I think the big
I
thing for
think it's not going to
me,
always look like that.
I think the
Huh?
big thing for me with Rodgers is that he looked like the injury wasn't bothering him at all. It had no effect. Like he was
That's
very mobile. He was rolling
yeah,
out. I mean, he had a few scrambles and he was throwing on the run. He looked great, dude. He was putting some balls on the money on the run. So I think
yeah. That's definitely
that's a
that's a
big
good take
step.
for sure.
That's a big step for him.
That's yeah, that's a good
And I
take
think
for
you kind of
sure.
saw the same thing from Kirk Cousins too against the Eagles on Monday night.
Yeah, you did. You saw more play action, which is what Kirk Cousins is best at. You didn't see any of that in week one,
Right.
which was scary. You know, I'm having
You
to
didn't see it
re-sign
in
into
week two
DraftKings.
either.
I don't know.
So, but yeah, how do you feel about the Gamecocks game last night?
I feel good about it. I feel like that's kind of what we should have expected. Good to see him put up 50 points, though.
Yeah, I think
We'll see.
honestly
Got
it
a
was a little
bye
bit
next
better than
week.
we expected because it was pretty much second strings the entire game, second, third strings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they had. I think they had Rocket Sanders in for like the first half of the drive. They left all of our wide receivers in because they could get reps because they're young. But it was Juju McDowell in. It was. Then they end up the last two drives they put in the third strings. They scored two touchdowns with the third string. So
Yeah, it's really good. Hopefully, you know they got the bye week. I think it's at a great time before the brutal.
yeah,
You
for
know, Ole
sure.
Miss coming back with Juice Wells. Juice Wells scored a touchdown yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool. Who cares? Just playing.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, just playing.
I hope
But
they
yeah, it'll.
lose, man. I hope. Oh no, I hope. You saying what?
It's just it'll be a good game in Williams Bryce against Ole Miss, man. Um,
For
God, I would feel
sure.
good to come away with that one.
Yeah, man, it really hurts to lose that LSU game, especially with how brutal the schedule is coming up. You know, LSU at home, number 5 in Alabama, in Oklahoma. You know, oh, I mean Missouri at top 10.
Yeah,
Clemson looking like they're finally getting some stuff going. We got to play them in Death Valley. That's gonna be.
yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that I'm really excited about is the fact that we get a bye week before Texas A&M.
That's nice.
How do
It's
you
gonna
feel
be
about the
needed
two
for
bye
sure.
weeks?
I think I like where they're at. You know, I think that come, you know, next week we need it going into the brutal schedule, and then
Well, I mean, just in
probably we're
general.
going to be.
Like, how do you feel about having two bye
Um,
weeks in the college season?
I'm good with it. You add more games, you know, with the college football playoff. I think that it kind of helps these teams rest up a little bit more. The more games you play, the more banged up you're going to be. I'm cool with two buys.
Yeah,
Honestly, you probably could start trying to add two buys into the NFL. I don't know how hard
yeah,
that would be, but it's definitely worth looking into.
yeah. I don't disagree, man. I think coming off a bye, you're going to get your team's best football for the most part. So,
Yeah,
so not having 2 weeks to
like
prepare for a team, strategically, and also having 2 weeks to rest your players. Because I mean, we know Lenore Sellers needs it. He didn't play at all last night, so
yeah, ankle. You know, hopefully he can get back right. Yeah, in the NFL, it sucks for a team to have a bye week in week 5 or like you know something crazy really early, and then have to go the rest of the season without having time off. You know, it really sucks for
yeah,
a team that has like a
that's
bye
wild.
like in the middle of the season. I feel like it's a little more beneficial for the team with with the bye in the middle of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
season. But
middle of the season bye, or maybe like week 13 or 14.
yeah, yeah.
If you're a
Sometimes I
playoff
see
team
them where
like
it's
this,
like,
that'd be nice.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's 10 o'clock, man. You want to kick this thing off?
Yeah, man, I'm excited about Denver at Tampa. You know, Tampa being favored 6.5 under over 41, pretty low under over. Um, Rashad White, I believe, is expected to play. I don't think there's any other injuries on the Bucks to be concerned about. Patrick Surtain on uh on Mike Evans.
Yeah,
That's
Pat
going to be
Sertan on Mike Evans
interesting.
is going to be an excellent matchup, man. I'm excited to watch that. It seems like Mike Evans can just bully any DB he goes against unless it's Lattimore for the Saints.
I know it really seems that way, and I really believe in Patrick Surtain in this game. I still start Mike Evans. I mean, if you have Mike Evans,
Oh,
obviously you're
absolutely.
starting him. Yeah, the chemistry between him and Baker's looked like it did last year. He looks amazing. Looks like he's on pace for 1,000 yards again. Um, who do you like in this game to win it? You taking
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks. I mean, honestly, I'll probably take the points too. I mean, Denver's looked awful.
They really have. I got Tampa's defense starting in both of my fantasy leagues this week. I think it's safe. I feel good about it. If they're on the waiver wire and you're looking for a defense, go grab them.
Yeah,
Bo
yeah,
Nix just
absolutely.
looked incompetent. I think he's thrown 2 picks past 2 weeks. I mean, so if prospects, if it's point 0.5, which I would imagine is probably 1, I would probably go with the over. I mean, I think he's throwing a pick in this game. 6.5 is a lot to cover, though, man. It is at home for Tampa, which I do like. I think I'm taking Tampa to cover here. I just don't see Denver being able to keep up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you're not starting Bo Nix. I mean, if you got Cortland Sutton, it's probably going to be a good game script for him. So you can maybe start Cortland Sutton if you're in a pinch. Javante Williams. What do you feel about Javante Williams?
Vita Vea is out. Vita Vea is one of the best D tackles in the league. We saw that last year. We saw it in the previous years. Um, I don't want to start Javante Williams. We'll go with Sutton after this, but Javante Williams or Devin Singletary against the Browns.
Yeah, Devin Singletary.
I agree. Javante Williams or let's go Cam Akers if he plays against Minnesota.
That's a better one. I'll probably go Javante. No, I'll probably go Cam Akers just because I haven't seen him yet, and it's a better
I'll take
offense.
the volume and the chance of Cam Akers there, and I'm not happy about it. But if I'm
Yeah,
between those two, I don't like what I've seen out of
I mean
Javante.
Javante had 17 yards last week against the Steelers.
Javante Williams or Gus Edwards against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'll take Gus Edwards, dude.
I will too. Just out of volume, I don't like it though.
Javante or Chuba Hubbard this week against the Raiders.
I probably go Hubbard.
Yeah, I do too. I think he
I
had
don't
like
like
70 yards
Javante
last
this
week.
week.
I think Hubbard had like 70 yards last week.
Yeah, he didn't look as bad as I thought he would. Cortland Sutton, you were talking about him. You like Cortland Sutton or Wandale Robinson against the Browns?
Uh, Probably Cortland Sutton.
I'm probably with you on that.
I
Let's
mean,
go
Cortland Sutton
Cortland
has like
Sutton.
20 targets on the year.
Yeah. Let's go Cortland Sutton or DeAndre Hopkins at home against the Packers.
That's terrible. I don't want to start. I don't want to have to be in the position to start these guys.
I don't either. I
I
mean, if I had to
guess.
pick between those two,
I guess I'm going Cortland Sutton just because he's the number one.
yeah, that's probably what I'll go there too.
And Bo Nix, you
We'll
expect
go
Bo
one
Nix to
more.
get better as he plays, and he's not against. He went up against a tough defense last week, so you expect him to get better as the season goes on, and he's playing an easier defense this week.
One more, Cortland Sutton or the Rams wide receivers at home.
Any of the Rams wide receivers, Tyler Johnson or Demarcus Robinson, I'm starting them over Cortland Sutton.
I'm with that too. Anything else you want to go over this game? Chris Godwin, the wide receiver
Yeah,
one
Chris
on the
Godwin's
year. I
got to
think
be
it.
in.
A guy I didn't really feel good about coming into
I
the
know.
year.
Playing in the
They
slot's been
moved him
great
into
for
the
him.
they moved him to the slot, and he's feasting out of the slot right now. I expect him to have more targets this week. Just because Sertan's on Evans, I think this is going to be a good week for Godwin again.
Yeah, Rashad White did get cleared off of the injury report. He wasn't listed on the injury report with a groin, so should be good to play today. I mean, Bucky Irving will probably get a few snaps though. I mean, he's looking all right, you know.
Yeah, I like what I've seen out of Bucky Irving. Rashad White's, he's definitely starting for you against Denver. Game
Yeah,
script's going to be
absolutely.
neutral. It's going to be, he's going to be fine for you, I think.
Do you care about either of the tight ends in this game, K. Dotton or Greg Dulcich?
Nah, not even in DFS. I entertained Dulcich just trying to get in, I think, Tank Dell as my wide receiver 3. But, Tank Dell, it wasn't worth just, I don't know. I didn't really
Yeah,
feel good
I get
about
it.
it.
I don't either. Yeah, let's move on then. We got the Giants at Cleveland. Well, hold on. Let's. You got the Broncos covering or?
Give me Tampa minus 6.5, and I will take the under in this game.
I got Tampa minus 6.5, and I'm gonna take the over.
I don't hate it. I don't hate taking the over. It's just not one I would bet on, but because this 41 is not a lot.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like
I
Tampa
just
can
don't
put up
think
30
Denver's going
overall.
to be able to put up a lot of points in this game.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be something like 31-10 or something, like 31-13. I think it's
I
going to
could
be
see
it's
that
probably
for
going to be a
sure.
blowout.
Yeah, I could see something like 24-10.
And that's the thing, like the defense, yeah, they have Pat Surtain and an okay defensive line, but Rashad White and Chris Godwin are going to feast.
They're going to be great in this game.
And Mike Evans is probably still going to have a touchdown on Surtain.
It could happen for sure. That's going to be a fun one to watch between those two.
So yeah, give me the Bucks to cover in. I'll take the over 41 points. Yes, but New York, the Giants at Cleveland. Cleveland -6.5. Over under a 38.5. This game is terrible, dude.
Awful game. I mean, maybe Amari Cooper, he gets back right in this game. I think he does. The targets have been there. He's had some drops, but I think he gets back right in this game. If he doesn't, if Amari Cooper just goes out there and gives you like 4 for 37, I mean, I'm pretty scared for Amari Cooper going forward. Deshaun Watson hasn't looked great. He's looked mediocre. What will the running game give you between Ford and Freeman? I think that that's kind of a toss-up. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. I think an enticing prop pick was Jerry Jeudy over 3.5. He's been playing pretty well, but I didn't take it. But I think it was kind of it almost had me pulled in. But who do you like in this game?
Malik Neighbors. That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, I don't feel good. If I have Amari Cooper, I'm scared. I mean, like I'll start Jaden Reed or I'll start Brian Thomas over Amari Cooper this week if I'm in that position.
I won't go that far. If Love plays, I might go Jaden Reed over Cooper. I do think that Cooper gets right in this game and has a pretty productive day. And the running backs, I think that you can start either running back in your flex position. I think that it's going to be neutral. They're going to all get a lot of carries. Let's go Amari Cooper or Tank Dell against Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll go Tank Dell. I don't think that's a hard one for me. I don't believe in Cooper.
Tank Dell hasn't really done much either. He's kind of been underperforming just like Cooper has. At least Cooper's getting the targets. I'm going to go Amari Cooper there. Let's go Amari Cooper or let's go DJ Moore, who's kind of been struggling as well.
DJ Moore's put up 60 yards back-to-back weeks. I'll take DJ Moore.
I'll take DJ Moore too. Let's go Amari Cooper or Jalen Waddle.
I'll go Jalen Waddle. There's not a lot. I think Amari Cooper is probably more comparable to like Michael Pittman.
But he has a plus matchup. I'd go Cooper over Jalen Waddle personally.
But, yeah, I don't know.
We're both mixed on that one.
He's got 9 targets, but he's got 2 catches and 3 catches in weeks 1 and 2. So it's like, is he even getting real targets?
He's had some deep ball drops that were a little uncharacteristic that really could make the stat line look a lot better. I'm scared about Amari Cooper. I'm glad I didn't draft him. I'll be honest with you.
Sure.
But I think this is a game that he does get right in. And if you don't, I mean, he's on the bench going forward.
Yeah, I guess in my eyes, I want to take the players that are on a good team and a higher over/under. Like, I'm starting Michael Pittman over Amari Cooper this week.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not. That's definitely right there on that line, though.
Targets I'm not against the same, and Michael Pittman is just on a better offense. So
I don't hate it.
But yeah,
who you taking the spread? 6.5 for the Browns seems a little high, but
yeah, it does seem kind of high. I mean, they went out there and they beat the Jags by 6 last week. But I feel like the Jags and the Giants are kind of the same team right now.
Feels that way.
They got a solid rookie receiver, and then they've got what? I mean, at least the Jags have Travis Etienne.
Trevor Lawrence completion percentage is like 51 right now. That's like bad.
Yeah. Give me the Giants to cover. Actually, I think Daniel Jones, he's gonna have to throw the ball. Malik Neighbors is gonna be good. I think Devin Singletary will be all right this week.
Yeah, this is a tough one because 6.5 is a lot for a Cleveland offense that really isn't that great.
Yeah.
I think this game I would take the points just because the points are so heavy. But it is in Cleveland and that defense is nasty. I could see them scoring. on the defensive side of the football,
Yeah,
and
for
then if
sure.
they score on the defensive side of the football, I mean they're gonna cover. The under over, I like the under 38 and a half.
Yeah, give me the under as well.
And with it being the under, I think that's why I like the points, taking the points. In a
Yeah,
tight
yeah, exactly.
game we
Yeah.
projected to be under, give me 6.5, and I'll take the Giants. But I think Cleveland will win the game.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, the Browns look good, or the defense looks good anyway. If Deshaun Watson can just do anything, like if
Yeah,
he can just give them 20 points, they're gonna probably win.
I think the run game is really going to help them in this game, but we'll see.
It will.
Devin
It would be good to
Singletary,
see Deontay Foreman get involved a little bit to take some of the workload off of Jerome Ford.
yeah, Singletary this week, or let's go with DeAndre Swift versus Indianapolis.
Oh, that sucks. I guess Singletary. I hate
I
it.
go Singletary there. Singletary just looks like a better running back, honestly.
He doesn't like a better running back, but it's just the offensive line for the Bears, dude. It's so
So
bad.
bad. It's so bad. Let's go Singletary or White from the Raiders.
Oh, give me Zamir White.
Zamir White. Yeah, I think White is a pretty good play this week.
Anybody against the Panthers, I'm taking that running back.
Yeah, I think that the line is like 73 rushing yards for Zamir White,
I think it was 60
which
and a
is
half.
it's 60 and a half.
That's
I
what I
saw
took
it
it at
somewhere else as
yesterday.
well.
I'm pretty sure that's where I took it at yesterday. I'll tell you what it is on Prize Picks.
Okay.
Yeah, I took it at 60 and a half.
Yeah, I would take that. I'd take
That's
the
correct.
over on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will go one more Singletary, or let's go with any of the Dallas running backs.
Nah, give me Singletary.
I'm with you 100%. Outside of that, I feel like there's not Singletary, Zach Moss. Then we both look at Zach Moss there.
Yeah, Zach Moss is in a great matchup this week.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like Singletary's pretty easy to call this week.
Yeah, he is. I feel like he's somewhere right there in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like he's like a emergency back. If you
Yeah,
really
like
need somebody
if you
to
had
throw
Debo
in.
and Pacheco out or something.
Yeah.
And Michael
But you're not trying
Pittman.
to. I feel your
Yeah.
pain, man. I feel your pain. Anything else from this game you want to talk about? Deshaun Watson, you said him. Daniel Jones, obviously, you said him. I mean, anything else?
No, I mean, Wando Robinson is an interesting starter if you're in a deeper league. Like, I mean, we're in a 12-man league with 3 wide receivers. I think he's an okay start this week. I mean, he didn't look bad. He had a touchdown last week, I think. So
Yeah, if it's full PPR, I don't mind like you taking a shot on him. Anything under that, I'm probably out.
if we're going like real nasty, Wandale or Khalil Shakir versus Jacksonville on Monday night.
I think I'll take Shakir. I'll take the better quarterback. He's probably going to get you 4 and 45 or something, but Shakir's he's running a lot of short routes too, like Wandale, but I think I'll take the shot with Shakir.
All right, one more. Let's go Wandale or Tyler Johnson for the Rams.
I go Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, I'm with you there on both of those. All right, cool. One more, Wandale or Jacoby Myers.
What's Jacoby Myers' stat line been?
Let's go pull that back up. I just swiped out as I asked.
DraftKings logging me out. I might get back into it.
Let's see, Jacoby Myers. Week 1, Jacoby Myers had 3 targets for 3 catches and 61 yards. Week 2, Myers had 5 targets for 4 catches and 29 yards. Not terrible.
Running
Not
all
terrible for like a
underneath,
last minute stream. I mean, he's probably going to give you 5-6 points.
I'll take Jacoby Myers in a plus matchup. I don't like Wandale on the road against Cleveland. I guess I'll take Myers there.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But yeah, so we both have the Giants to cover, and we're both taking the under. Nice. That's always good whenever we agree on both lines.
Yeah, that's how I know that we should probably put some money down on
right.
the line because
Right.
your Philadelphia Eagles in New Orleans. This is one of the most exciting games on the slate for me. New Orleans is the biggest surprise in the NFL. I think all of us projected them to only win like 5 or 6 games, not a whole lot, and here they are, completely flipping from last year. 30 dead last in the league in play action efficiency, and then now they're like first or second. Kamara looks like old Kamara. Carr looks like he did the year he was in the running for the MVP. Should he just get behind defenses? Um, this is a weird one for me because I don't think the Eagles secondary is that good. The Saints are hot right now. Do we really believe in the Saints? They played Carolina week one, looked better in that game than we expected. Then they went and blow out the Cowboys, which was like, whoa, I think you were the only one on the planet that thought they were going to win that game. You called for that last week. I don't
Nice.
know.
What's up, Ryan? We got Ryan in the comment section. Ryan Dog, what's up, man? Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm honestly happy that the spread is only -2.5 for the Saints because I was really worried it was going to be worse with them being at home.
Yeah, yeah, this is one I'm staying away from if I'm a bettor, honestly. I don't know. And I think we all kind of are expecting the Saints to turn back into at least a mediocre version of what's happening now. I'm not saying they're going to turn back into trash like I thought they were going to be, but they got to take a step back, right? You would
Yeah, I
think at
think
some point.
if you have Rashid Shaheed should probably be everywhere for you if you have him this week.
And Olave too.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what Darnell Mooney did to the Eagles last week. I think Derek Carr has looked better than Kirk Cousins this year, and I think Shaheed is significantly better than Darnell Mooney. So,
Yeah, Shaheed's scary. I don't have him in DFS this week, and I think that if he scores a big touchdown, him and Carr could
well,
end
you
up
do have him in
ruining a
tournament
lot of.
though. You do have him in tournament.
I do have him in a tournament for sure.
So,
Not in cash, but in tournament.
yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I do really like Shaheed this week. I mean, I don't want to. Obviously, I'm going to not toot the horn of the Eagles because I'm trying not to be biased, but I feel like this has to be a get right game for the Eagles, or I mean, we're gonna be in trouble, man.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but I'm taking the Eagles here. I feel like they're a team that will get it right. The only thing that scares me is AJ Brown being out. It hurts. It really does hurt that offense, and it is on the road against a team who is killing it right now. I think most people in the money lines are going to go New Orleans here, but I
I don't think
believe
they will.
in. You don't think so? I think they will.
No, because Philly is the type of team that's going to play physical ball, and like you saw last week, yeah, the Saints did it against a physical team and the Cowboys. But the Cowboys always do this. They start off with this weird. They have a weird loss at the beginning, like the Cardinals last year, or they start off and they're trying to force this run game that is non-existent
Yeah.
when they need to be airing it out, and that's not the identity of the Eagles. Except we can run the ball. We have Saquon Barkley, who's going to feast against the Saints today. So I'm going to take
Yeah,
the
I think
Eagles to
he's going to
cover
have a great
and
game.
win, and I'm going to take the over in this game. But we actually have a question: PPR, DK versus Miami, or JMO versus Arizona? That's a really hard question. I think I
Yeah.
lean DK um, against Miami, but they're probably not going to have to throw that much. That's what scares me a little bit. Jameis Winston's been really good. Or sorry, Jameson Williams has been really good, but
Honestly, if I'm staring that down in my leagues, I'm going DK.
yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Metcalf. I think he's the better player. I think that he's the number one on the offense. Geno's looked good. The game script's going to be positive, but Charbonnet's not a guy who can like carry. He's looked terrible. Like he's not going to be able to like close the game out. They're going to have to pass. I love Jameson Williams this week. I mean, I couldn't imagine there's a situation where you would sit one of those guys this week. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
who
what I
the
was
other
thinking.
options
If
are,
you're in
but good
that
for
if you're
you.
in that position, your team's probably
That's
looking pretty
awesome.
solid
I
this
think
year.
Jameson Williams is gonna be great this week. But if I'm staring that down, I'm going Metcalf personally.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then he also had a question: Swift or Dobbins? Yeah, give me J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah,
I don't believe in Swift at all. Just
yeah,
because their offensive line
that's
is
a tough
terrible.
matchup for Dobbins. We were sitting here talking. We are looking at some of the yardage yesterday, and we both disagreed. You wanted to take the over on Dobbins. Was it 53 or 58 rushing yards? I wanted to take the under against Pittsburgh, but I mean Swift is unstartable right now. The O line looks horrible.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You can't start him for sure. Um, John Michael commented and said, "JMO, DK is going to line up with Jalen Ramsey." Yeah, Jalen Ramsey also got beat up on by Brian Thomas Jr. in Week 1, and that defense is probably going to be on the field a lot. So that's where I lean
Yeah,
DK.
I'm
But
gonna roll with I'm gonna roll with Metcalf there. you don't really see a lot of. I mean, you do see, man. There's a lot of zone nowadays. You're not really seeing a lot of DBs travel as much as you used to. I'm okay. I like Metcalf there. That's what I would go personally. And I have Jameson Williams, and I think he's going to have a great day today. But good for you if you are sitting one of those guys. You
Yeah,
know.
for sure, for sure. But yeah, with the Eagles and the Saints game, I mean, obviously you're starting Jalen Hurts, you're starting Saquon, you're starting Devontae Smith. I don't really care about any of the other receivers for the Eagles. Do you care about Jahan Dotson or Britton Covey, maybe, in a deep league?
Not so much, but I do think with AJ Brown being out, I think that Goddard is another star that if you punted tight ends, I know I did in one of my leagues and I got him in. I think that he's safe. I like him all over all those like Muth. Who's some more of those tight ends down late that
Colby
are
Parkinson,
Colby
Cole
Parkinson. I like
Komet,
him over him. Cole
Gerald
Komet,
Everett,
yeah,
I
who's
guess, would
not.
be a better option.
Yeah, Brenton Strange. I'll take Goddard.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably Britton Strange there. He had a good game last week.
But outside of that, I mean, I'm not like over the moon about Goddard. I just think that he could get in the end zone at some point. And with
Yeah,
AJ Brown being out, I think it's a little more likely.
on the Saints side of the ball, Derek Carr. I mean, I feel like you got to put him in if you're like Derek Carr or let's say if you drafted Caleb Williams, you put in Derek Carr, Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, that's not even Caleb Williams probably
All
should
right,
be on the
Derek
waiver wire.
Carr or Jared Goff.
That's interesting right there. Let me go look at this matchup in Under for Jared Goff real quick. Honestly, I'm going Carr, man. It's just looked better for him. Shit, he's going to get behind that defense. Olave's phenomenal this week, and I love the high under over in Detroit and Arizona. But Carr had some good matchup. I mean, not Carr, excuse me. Golf has had some good matchups this year, but hasn't really delivered.
Yeah,
And I
they
think they're
run the
going to
ball a
get back to
lot.
the power run game this week
They
against
should.
Arizona. And I think that yeah, I go Carr.
Um, Derek Carr or Brock Purdy against the Rams.
Give me Carr.
I'm with you there. Derek Carr or Dak Prescott against the Ravens.
Give me that.
Derek Carr. Last one. Derek Carr or Jaden Daniels versus the Bengals.
Jaden Daniels versus the Bengals. Give me Carr again there as well.
Yeah, Carr's pretty high up on the list, I think. Chris Olave's in your lineup. Shaheed's in your lineup. Alvin Kamara's obviously in your lineup. What about Juwan Johnson, the tight end for the Saints? You got anything with him?
Not really, because Foster Moreau has been starting the games, and then they also bring in Taysom Hill, and then they also bring in what's his name, Johnson, Juwan Johnson. It's just too muddy.
Yeah,
There's
I don't
no
know
way
what
to
you do
find
with
any
you.
consistency in that tight end room there. So
Taysom Hill
I'm kind
might
of
be
out.
out this week.
I think he's in.
He's
He had the
doubtful,
chest
so
injury.
yeah, he is
He's
doubtful.
doubtful. Okay.
Yeah.
Even then, I mean, Foster Moreau and Juwan Johnson are both splitting reps. I'm out. I mean, if I had to pick one between the two, I like Juwan Johnson a little bit better. But the fact that Moreau's starting and there's a connection from Carr to Moreau from Oak or from Las Vegas when they were both there, I'm out. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I get that for sure. But yeah, I got the Eagles covering. I'm going to take the Eagles to win straight up. This is a must-win game for the Eagles, and I mean the Saints starting off 2-0. If the Eagles go 1-2, we need to start worrying as Eagles fans.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I think,
I'm picking the Eagles to win this game. I don't feel good about it. I'll be honest.
yeah,
No pass rush.
in my eyes, I don't think that Dennis Allen's got it in him to outcoach a physical, well, not well coached team, but just this much talent on a team with Saquon Barkley. I mean, I don't think that Dennis Allen's got it in him.
If you can't get pressure on Derek Carr this week, it could be ugly with the secondary. I think that's the reason why the secondary looks so bad right now is because there's no pressure on the quarterback. You can't cover
Yeah, that's Vic
for 4 to 5
Fangio.
seconds. You know,
That's Vic Fangio for
especially
sure.
especially with these receivers coming in. I'm taking the over as well. I think 49 and a half is high, but I like it.
I think it's gonna be a
Like,
shootout. I think this is a fun game though. If you're not an Eagles fan or a Saints fan, this is a really fun game.
yeah, Devontae Smith looks really great this week. Jalen Hurts, he's in obviously. Anything else you want to go over in this game?
No, I think we're good. We got the Houston Texans at Minnesota. This is an awesome. This is going to be good. This is going to be a good game, dude.
Fun game.
The
Fun
Texans
game.
minus 1.5 in Minnesota, over under a 46.5. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does Sam Darnold turn back into a pumpkin this week?
I mean, I'm taking Houston to cover here. The under over is something I don't really want to mess with. I think 46.5 is dead on the line. They both these teams have good defenses and can make plays on offense. Give me Houston cover. Sam Darnold, though, I don't know, man. I don't want to like put any money down on Sam Darnold or bet on the Vikings because I don't. The 97-yard touchdown looked amazing. The throw looked so good.
Dude, it was good, and it was good. It was on a play action too, and not
It
against
looked
some slouch
good.
defense.
Yeah, Sam Darnold looks good right
In
now.
his own
I
end
just
zone,
don't.
bombing it on a post. Perfect throw. A little bit of
It's
pressure.
weird, man. What if he plays like this all year? I feel like that kind of
If he
sends a
plays like
message
this
to
all
the
year, they'll win the
NFL.
division.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if they go
Uh,
out there and win today, the Packers need to be getting love out there ASAP. If they want to make
yes,
the playoffs, they want
definitely,
to be in a
definitely.
Super Bowl contender, which
Yeah, I
love has
agree,
been
man.
listed to doubtful for this week. So I don't. I expect, or they expect Malik Willis to start the game. So the
On the
Jaden Reed,
Houston side, no Mixon today, right?
yeah, no Mixon. We got Cam Akers and Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce might be out too, though, right?
Oh, is he? I was thinking he was
I think
playing.
so. I think it might just be a Cam Akers backfield.
I was thinking there's got to be another back, and I forget who it was. I keep thinking Amari DeMarcado, but it's obviously not him. He plays for the Cardinals. Let's pull this up real quick.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody. They're not entering with just one back, but he's going to definitely get the workload if Pierce is out.
Daria Gumbawale, that's the other one.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of his name.
Okay, so Nico's in. Obviously, that's a clear cut number one between Diggs and Tank Dell. Who do you like this week? Who's starting if you had both?
Um, who am I starting if I have both? I'm probably starting Diggs. Honestly, as terrible as
Yeah,
bad as it hurts to say, I was so big on Tank Dell, and then they picked
same.
up Diggs, but I think you can start both of them. I don't think Cam Akers is going to be efficient.
I agree.
It's been a while since he's been efficient. I mean, the last
Yeah,
time he was what against the Rams when he played with the Rams and he got those 3 touchdowns.
yeah.
So like, I want to stay away from Cam Akers. I'm taking the under on pretty much everything you give me for him. So
I like
yeah,
the under in this game.
yeah, I like the under in this game too, dude. I think it's two good defenses. Just like John Michael just commented and said that the Vikings defense has been surprising, and he's absolutely right.
He's
Um,
right. Yeah,
yeah, the pass rush has been great for them, and I think that's kind of going to play into C.J. Stroud, but also I mean, it was 19-13 or something last week with the Bears and the Texans.
yeah,
And I think the
yeah.
Vikings have a better defense. So
I think I like the Bears defense better than the Vikings, but the Vikings
it's
have been
close
playing
though.
really well.
They're both
It's
physical.
close for sure. Give me the Texans to cover here at home. I'll take the under. But if Minnesota goes out there and wins this game, would it surprise you with the way Sam Darnold's been playing?
Well, the game is in Minnesota, so and no, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it would
Yeah.
surprise me. It would surprise me. Yes, it would surprise me.
Oh, yeah, it surprised me a little bit.
I think the
But
Texans are a well coached, loaded with talent team who is very limited on injuries. I mean, yeah, Joe Mixon's out, and that's it, dude.
yeah, Aaron Jones on the other side. Let's go Aaron Jones or let's go Tony Pollard at home against the Packers.
Yeah, give me Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's a great start this week.
Love Tony
But
Pollard this
Aaron
week.
Jones is also a great start this week. I don't hate it.
Let's go Aaron Jones or Brian Robinson Jr.
Against the Bengals, I really like Brian Robinson, but yeah, I guess give me Brian Robinson. I mean, dude's been like still, but he busted like a 50-yard run last week.
Yeah, I like
Brian Robinson looks really good.
he really does. But Aaron Jones looks efficient. You know, it
Yeah, he
wasn't I don't
does.
think it
Yeah,
was there
this is like
last week,
if
but
you're
week
in that
one.
position, then you're in a good spot with running backs. I think a while. What about Aaron Jones or Zach Moss?
Oh, that's a good one. I think I lean Aaron
I'm
Jones,
with you there too.
but just because I think he's just the better player. But I love Moss this week in the
Yeah,
flex.
yeah, against the Commanders is great. But yeah, like you said, I mean, if you got C.J. Stroud, you're starting him. You got Nico Collins, you're starting him. Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell, you probably got them in still. I mean, you drafted those guys pretty high. And with Tank Dell, dude had a chance to have a 50-yard touchdown last week, and he dropped it.
It's coming.
Like,
It's
it's coming,
coming.
dude. It's coming for
Yeah.
sure. Tight end Dalton Schultz, how do you feel about him?
I think he's right on that line with Goddard. Who would you rather have, Dalton Schultz or Goddard?
Probably Goddard. There's just less mouths to feed over there right now.
I agree 100%. Okay, Dalton Schultz or the Muth against the Chargers?
Mm, yeah, I guess give me Dalton Schultz. I think he's a better fantasy weapon for a tight end. I mean, Pat Frymuth's going to block a lot. This is going to be a physical. Dude, the over under is 34.5 for the Steelers
12-point
Chargers.
difference in the under over.
Give me Dalton Schultz.
Give me Dalton
With
Schultz
Joe
on that
Mixon
one
out.
too. Yeah, I agree.
And a heavy blitz,
Anything, anything else with Dalton Schultz? Let's go Dalton Schultz. Or is Njoku playing this week? I think he might
No,
be out.
Njoku's out. Yeah, Njoku's out. It's
Okay, let's go.
Atkins. Jordan Atkins.
Okay, let's go Dalton Schultz or Colby Parkinson for the Rams.
I'll take Colby Parkinson.
I will too. I think it's going to be a lot of volume, negative game script.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well.
Yeah, let's move to the Viking side of the ball. I mean, Sam Darnold or Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
It's the same. It's the same person.
Yeah, I like the secondary that Derek Carr is going up against a little bit better, and I think that the weapons for that's close. I mean,
Sam Darnold or Justin Fields.
oh gosh, that's rough. Give me Justin Fields with the rushing floor,
People are
probably.
in that situation. I'm gonna take Sam Darnold there, dude. Just because the over under. I mean, 12 points is a lot.
It's a lot. I'm not against it. I mean,
yeah, Sam Darnold, you might start him. I mean, there's going to be some nasty plays there if you're looking at starting Sam Darnold this week. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if that's the situation you're in.
well, maybe he'll play like he did the past few weeks.
Maybe it's not so bad. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's in your lineup. What about Jordan Addison's still out? What about Jalen Naylor, man, the rookie?
He's looked great, man. He's looked really good. I'm not against playing him like. If you're in like a 14 and 16 team league, maybe even a 12 team league, in the flex, there's a lot of injuries right now. I think he's a guy who can, in a pretty solid over under, what if the defenses don't show up and this is just a complete shootout? I think we both don't project it to be like that, but if it is, I like him. He's okay.
Yeah, I don't hate put Jalen Naylor in. I mean, like we're still talking about the over under. It's a great over under, so Jalen Naylor's not terrible. Like I would rather go Jalen Naylor over Britton Covey.
I'd agree with that. Covey getting a lot of targets last week.
Yeah, he did, and I think he's going to get some this week too. I mean, dude seems like a pretty good safety valve. On third and short, second and long. Like he seems like a pretty good option for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, a good slot receiver. Got a little bit of quick shiftiness. Caught every pass that touched his hands. I believe. I don't think he dropped one the other day.
Let's go Jalen Naylor or the receivers for the Rams.
I'll take the receivers for the Rams. I'll take Robinson. Yeah, probably. I'll take the receivers for the Rams.
Even Tyler Johnson?
Yeah, but it's close there. I don't mind you taking a shot on Naylor there.
Jalen Naylor or Wan'Dale Robinson?
Give me Jalen Naylor.
All right, one more. Jalen Naylor or Andre Yoshivas against the Commanders?
T. Higgins expected to play one of the worst defenses with the Commanders we've seen since last year with the Commanders. Oh, man. Give me Jalen Naylor as the number 2.
Yoshivas with 2 touchdowns last week. Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Jalen Naylor.
He's playing good, and it's a nice matchup. I mean, I just think with T. Higgins being back, he kind of not going to need him. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can move on. We both got the Texans covering, and we're taking the under, right?
Yeah, I think we're both on the same page with that.
LA Chargers versus Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are -2. Dude,
I love this game. Well, at least going 3-0.
Dude, the Steelers are just fun. It's good football, man.
It's just Mike Tomlin, well-coached team,
good football,
physical.
Dude.
Good defense. Don't turn the ball over. Run the ball. George Pickens this week. How you feel about him?
Great. I think George Pickens is an excellent start this week. You saw did he look good last week? And Justin Fields is kind of putting the ball in the money, dude.
He's been playing okay.
He's been
He's been
playing good
playing
enough to
okay.
get 2-0.
Yes, yes.
And I think George Pickens
Uh,
was going against who did they play last week?
he was against
He
Patrick
was against
Surtain
Pat
last
Sertan.
week.
Yeah, he was against Pat Sertan last week. And he ain't gonna have that kind of resistance this week against the Chargers.
No,
But
he's
Justin
not. And
Herbert is limited this week. He's preparing to play. I think it was a high ankle sprain. It
I think
was
so.
an ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a high ankle sprain. But you know what they say? You either miss a week with a high ankle sprain, or you miss like 4 to 6 weeks. So,
Right.
and he didn't, or you missed no time, or you missed 4 to 6 weeks. So it's looking like no time. That's really good for the Chargers, but God, this over under is ugly, man.
It's ugly for sure, but I'm really excited. This is one of the like low under overs that I'm actually excited about. Usually don't
Good
get
football, dude.
too.
Harbaugh
Yeah,
versus
it's just
Tomlin,
it's gonna be physical.
just
We're gonna see who
power
the most
football.
physical team here.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Steelers.
it's
I
gonna
can
be
answer
fun.
that question for you.
On the defensive side of the ball, absolutely, but on the offensive side of the ball, Chargers are way more physical than Pittsburgh
Are
is
they?
to me. I think so. The
Najee Harris,
power
and
run
Jalen Warren.
game.
Najee Harris and Jalen Warren are pretty physical versus two guys that are notoriously
Warren's
hurt.
not as physical as like give me the power run of I mean the Chargers is why they're winning games. And J.K. Dobbins looks good. I mean, would it surprise you if he busted one today?
No, it wouldn't, but I'm not feeling good about it.
I'm not either. Like I said, I like the under on 53 and a half. I
It's
think
like
it was
54
rushing
and a
yards for
half,
Dobbins.
maybe. Yeah. Something
I was
like
like,
that.
the line's probably moved, but
Yeah, it probably
let's go
has.
Pickens or Jaden Reed if Love sits.
If Love sits, well, Love is supposed to sit, so I'm taking Pickens there.
I agree. Let's go Pickens or Jameson Williams against the Cardinals.
That's awful.
I'm going Jameson Williams,
I'm
way
going
higher
Pickens just
under
because he's
over.
the number one.
Yeah,
But I like that take. That's a good take.
yeah. I mean, it's like a 16-point under over, and you got a better quarterback against a terrible. Yeah, I think this Jameson Williams for
I'm
me.
pretty big on Pickens
Uh,
this week.
Pickens, or let's go with Zay Flowers against Cowboys.
Oh, that's awful, man. I guess I'm going Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers has been very good this year. And
I
they're
go
going to
Zay
need him.
Flowers too.
If they're going to win the game, they're going to need Zay Flowers to do something. I mean, you saw what's happened to that Cowboys secondary, or what happened to him last week. What do you think is going to happen
Yeah.
this week with Zay Flowers? I expect him to have a good touchdown this week.
Let's go one more. Let's go Pickens or Xavier Worthy.
Oh, Pickens.
Pickens for sure. I just want to see where we're at with Xavier Worthy. We know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, it came already, you know. John Michael said Pitt lost their starting rookie tackle, Troy Fautanu, so it's going to be tough to replace. That's a very good point. I forgot about him getting hurt. Of course, the NFC or the AFC North guy is going to know that kind of detail, right?
For sure. Give me Pittsburgh at home here.
Yeah, give me
win.
Pittsburgh to cover with Justin Herbert being banged up. If they can't get the run game going, the Chargers are going to be in trouble.
It's going to be bad. Yeah, they have to get the run game going.
Watt,
and I don't know if they can against this team.
TJ Watt is going to be back there all day long.
Yeah, give me Pittsburgh to cover here at home. I'll take the under. I'm taking the under, man. Feel good about it too.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah, John Michael said Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa might eat.
They could.
They could. That's why I think that's another reason why I like Justin Fields and having Justin Fields, a super mobile quarterback who can get out of the pocket and extend plays, and then you got George Pickens, dude.
Yeah, and
you can just
Khalil
throw
Mack
it up
isn't.
if you absolutely have to.
Khalil Mack isn't a guy. I'll be honest with you, who's like tearing the league up like he used to. So he doesn't like threat. He's kind of like. I mean, I don't know. He's kind of like right there with Von Miller. I hadn't seen the stats on Khalil Mack. I know he might have made a couple plays here and there, but it just seemed like he's kind of gotten lost in this Chargers defense as of late. Love Bosa though. I think we both taking the under. Both like Pittsburgh here.
Yeah,
I thought they're the more physical team. They're at home. They have more weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, so Justin Herbert, I mean, you're probably going to put him in, but you don't feel good about it. I mean, Justin Herbert or Justin Fields in this game?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're not. I think I think Herbert's on most people's waiver wires. I don't think he's a legitimate start, especially this week. I'm taking Fields over Herbert this week.
Yeah, with you. What about like Justin Herbert or let's go Caleb Williams? Something real nasty.
Give me Herbert. I don't want anything to do with Caleb Williams.
Herbert or um, Gardner Minshew with the Raiders.
Oh, Minshew. Give me Minshew. The
Seven
volume's
and Minshew,
there
baby.
against Carolina. Brock Bowers.
Herbert or
He's
Matt
getting the ball to
Stafford.
Adams.
Last one.
Herbert or Matt Stafford?
Yeah.
Oh God. Hopefully you're not starting either one of those, but I guess I will take I'll take Stafford.
Yeah, he's not injured. Yeah, Lab McConkey. You're probably starting him. I mean, it ain't
I don't
good.
know. Yeah, I think I'm trying to get him on the bench this week. The under over is really low. It's a physical team. I
Lab
mean, they're
McConkey or
going to
Michael
get the
Pittman.
ball. If they pass, they're going to get the ball at their heads fast. I think that's pro Lad McConkey, but put him on the bench. I don't want him
Yeah,
this
I'm with
week.
you there. Lab McConkey or Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman.
Lab McConkey or let's go Christian Watson with Jordan Love out.
Oh, I mean, Lad McConkey. Christian Watson is not playable right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody except for Jaden Reed is.
Yeah.
And one more, Lab McConkey or let's go D Hop.
I'll take D Hop.
Oh, that's ugly. Yeah, I think I'll lean Lab McConkey there just because he's probably the number one.
I don't hate it.
There's no other wide receivers that you care about on the Josh Palmer maybe, but I don't care.
Yeah, wait on him. Wait and see.
Yeah. What about obviously J.K. Dobbins? You're starting him. What about Gus Edwards? Do you think he's worthy of a start this week?
I don't. I think it's going to be banging your head against the wall. I mean, you saw 18 carries for 50 yards last week against Carolina.
Yeah, that's ugly.
No, thank you.
I think he hit like 58 or something because I had him at the over. I took the over on 54 and a half or something last week.
That's right. Yeah, I knew it was around 50 yards for 18
Yeah,
carries
50 or
for 50 yards
60.
against
Yeah.
Carolina. No, you're going to get like, yeah, no thank you. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm with you there too.
He'll get in the end zone today. Watch.
Yeah, right. What about Hayden
He'll get
Hurst?
in the end
Is he
zone.
worth the start this week?
Nah, I mean, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
No.
Then obviously on the Steelers side of the ball, you're starting Justin Fields probably. You're starting Pickens. You starting Harris and Warren this week.
I honestly, Harris is probably in as a flex. Warren, I'm not as big on this week. And obviously, Fields is hopefully you don't have to start him either.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Hopefully you snagged up someone like Carr or
Hopefully you got Joe
let's
Burrow on the
see.
bench.
Yeah, there's a lot of options,
Yeah.
Baker and golf and
Yeah,
so hopefully you
Baker's
don't
a
have to
great
worry
start
about
this week.
Fields. But I think we're good with this game. Anything else you want to go over? I mean,
No, we both got the Steelers covering at home, and we're taking the under. Or are you taking the over?
I'm taking the under. I think it's going to be a defensive game. It's very low. Like this is the lowest one of the year so far.
34 and a half's got to be close. It's got to be close.
Close. I
But
think there was a 34 at some point last week. But
yeah, we got another bad one. The Packers versus the Titans.
fun game.
In Tennessee, Titans -3. Yeah, come on, dude. Give me the upset of the week.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Packers
you
gonna
on
go
this.
out here and do it again, dude. That defense is good. Will Levis is a freaking turd.
The only thing that scares me about taking this is a game I probably wouldn't bet on is the fact that the Titans know Malik Willis. They know what makes him uncomfortable. They just shipped him off. They don't believe in him. They know why he's a bad quarterback. So I expect 8 in the box, which I mean you should expect that anyway against Will Levis. I mean, excuse me, Malik Willis, but they're gonna know what kind of blitzes to send on the blind side. Things to get tricky to really make it hard on them on third and long. So, but I mean, I love Josh Jacobs. Obviously, he's going to get the volume, 30-something carries a game.
Yeah, in my eyes, I
I don't
think
want to touch this one, man. I don't want to touch this.
Matt LaFleur's gonna outcoach. That's what's gonna happen.
It feels that way, right?
He's gonna outcoach. The defense is going to terrorize Will Levis. Well, I hope
I think so too.
we're gonna get another picture of Will Levis like this. Like it's terrible, dude. We're gonna get another hilarious clip of Will Levis panicking after taking a terrible decision. The coach is like bad mouthing Will Levis, which maybe that's what he needs, but I don't know, dude. I don't believe in the Titans. It's awful.
I don't either, but this seems like such a 50-50 game, and I always like to take the home team and the point. Well, I guess it's not the points, but the home team here. I think the fact that it is -3 shows you that if it's on a neutral field, this is a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it. I think I like the Packers. I
You taking the
think
Packers to cover or to win straight up?
I'd take the Packers plus the points, but
Yeah.
to win the
Give
game
me
straight up, I don't know, man. I think I'd take the Packers on the road.
give me the Packers to win straight up, man. Like I said, I don't believe in Will Levis, and I think the
I
Green Bay
don't either.
locker room is just they're locked in, dude. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna win. They're gonna find a way to win. They have got to hold off for Jordan Love to get back because the Vikings look good and the Lions are obviously looking good. Like if the Packers want to have any Super Bowl implications, they have got to win these games with Malik Willis.
For sure, and I agree with the whole locker room thing. I think that they're a better they're just a better coach team, like you said. I think that what the Packers want to do is the same thing the Titans want to do. And I think the Packers will be able to do it a little bit better. But the production is going to be better for Will Levis over Malik Willis, I think.
Well, I like the
But
receiving core for the Packers a lot better than I do for Will Levis. Excuse me. But
give
yeah,
me
I
the
mean,
Packers +3 on the road here.
I like that.
I think that's something I might would bet on.
Yeah.
Uh, Picking the points in this game is going to be real close. I think we both are leaning the Packers to win straight up here. I like it under or over 37 points. What are you taking?
Uh, give me the over, man. 37 is not a lot. I could see this game being a little weird. I mean, the defenses are good. Give me the under. The defenses are solid. This is solid physical defenses. Give me the under. Two bad quarterbacks. It's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just believe in the Packers as an organization. And like Malik
I'm with
Willis,
that take.
obviously you're not starting. You're not starting any of these quarterbacks, but Jaden Reed, you can start him.
I think so.
Um, I would start him over like the Rams wide receivers probably, even with Malik Willis.
I agree with that.
Um,
Jaden Reed or
Terry McLaurin.
Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed. I mean, he's going to make explosive plays. You know that the targets are coming. The play designs are coming.
Let's go Jaden Reed or Devin Singletary.
Give me the stability of Devin Singletary and the volume
I
of the
got him
play.
in
I
over
think
Jaden Reed. Let's go
I
Jaden
would.
Reed or Tank Dell.
Give me Tank Dell. I think it's going to hit this week.
Let's go Jaden Reed or DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. You
Jaden
know.
Reed or Michael Pittman.
Oh man. Give me Michael Pittman.
Ah, I would have went Jaden Reed there. I think
It's the same.
Michael Pittman is
It's the
struggling with a
same.
back and calf injury right now. He's supposed to play, but he is banged up.
Give me. I don't know, man. That's
Jaden Reed's
tough,
also coming
guys.
off of
That's
a
up.
calf injury, I think.
Yeah. I think. I mean, Jaden Reed can just make a play. Give me. I'll
I'm
take
with you.
Jaden
I'm with
Reed.
you. Let's go Jaden
I
Reed or
think
George Pickens.
George Pickens all day.
All right, last one: Jaden Reed or Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. That's. I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
he's
I'm with you
killing
on
it this
all of
year.
those. Um, yeah, you're not starting Christian Watson. You're not starting Romeo Dobbs. You're not starting Dontavian Wicks. You're starting Josh Jacobs. Um,
Obviously.
on the Titan side of the ball, you're starting Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard. That's it, right?
Yeah. That's
Chig
it. That's it.
Okonkwo.
Nah.
What about the tight ends for the Packers? Tucker Kraft or Luke Musgrave?
Musgrave.
Do you care about either of those
It's
guys?
too muddy.
Yeah,
It's too
that's
muddy,
exactly.
and the volume's not going to be there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we sit in the same spot with this. We got the Packers covering, taking the under, two bad quarterbacks, good defenses. It'll be an okay game. Just like I like Steelers football, I like to watch Packers football. I like to watch a good coach team. If it was Mike Vrabel
I think
here, it'd
so.
be an awesome game.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be an interesting game. I like taking the points in this game, but hopefully Malik Willis, the game script don't call for him to have to pass. Because if they do,
Maybe we
that
want to see it
defense,
though. Maybe it needs to.
oh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see
Hey,
it, dude.
you would have thought the same thing about Sam Darnold and Derek Carr. So
For sure, for
Look
sure.
at
I
him
mean,
now.
anything's is possible for sure, but I just don't think that Willie Willis has the physical ability to pass the ball.
I'm with you, man. Bears at the Colts. I really like this game, dude. This is going to be a fun game. The
It's going to be fun. I mean,
two youngest quarterbacks in the league. They're both 22 years old, man.
God, having to carry a
I'm
franchise
older.
on their
I'm
back.
almost 3 years older than the starting quarterbacks for these NFL teams. It's crazy, man. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I
Um,
know, man. The years are piling up. What can we do?
yeah, 22-year-old quarterbacks out there, super young teams, man. The Bears are in Indianapolis. Colts -1.5 for the over under of 44 points. That seems crazy to me. That seems too high for an over under.
I want to take the Bears here.
You want to take the Bears?
I want to because the
To get
defense
their
is
first
so
win?
good. And I think I want to take them, but I don't feel good about this game. Like
They're
anything
both
can
teams are
happen
0
in this
2.
game.
Both
I
teams are 0
know.
2.
And the Colts at home being favored by 1.5 shows that like people think the Bears are the better team right now because their defense is like the Bears defense kept them in the game versus
The
Houston last
Texans,
week
yeah.
with like no efficient, like nothing on offense.
The problem with the Bears is they can't run the ball, man.
They can't.
If
That's
they
the
could run
that's
the
the problem.
ball, if they could run the ball, this team would be actually really good.
The Colts can run the ball. Can they run it well enough against this defense to where they don't have to pass with Richardson? I'm
I
taking the
mean,
Colts at home. I'm
yeah,
taking
you
the
got to take
Colts
the
at home,
Colts
but I
at
don't feel
home.
good about it.
Yeah, give me. I'm also taking the
Yeah,
Colts at home. I mean, there's no point in saying you take a team to cover because it's 1.5. You're just taking the team to win at that point. I'll take the Colts to win at home. Over under 44. I'm taking the under, man. I don't think these
under,
offenses are good.
yeah.
These
That's a
offenses aren't
high
good. The
under
defense.
over for a
That's
game. I feel
yeah.
like it should be like 37.5. It feels like,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was thinking. Like 37, 38.5, somewhere like right
38.
under 40.
Yeah, I would take the under, especially being earlier in the season. The I mean, Richardson looks like he's going to turn the ball over. Caleb Williams cannot like get over 100 yards. It seems like, or like
I mean,
150 yards.
The Bears versus Texans was 19-13. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm sorry, the Colts
give
aren't
me
going
the
to.
under. Like I
Yeah, big
like that
time.
a lot. It's
That's a really good bet. Put the house on that one. Your house, not mine.
in Seattle.
Hey, your face cam froze up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're good now. You're good. um, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about. I mean, Anthony Richardson, is he in your lineup this week?
I'd start Derek Carr over him.
You drafted Anthony Richardson to play him. Are you putting Justin Fields in over Anthony Richardson?
No,
No.
give me Richardson over Fields.
Anthony Richardson or Gardner Minshew?
Oh man.
It's not going to get easier from here.
Give me Richardson. It's the rushing floor, maybe.
Richardson or Sam Darnold?
Richardson.
Richardson or Brock Purdy?
Give me Brock Purdy. I don't know. These are tough questions, man. These are tough. God.
Richardson
Brock
or
Purdy just doesn't have the weapons so you don't have the
I know.
confidence that you would.
Richardson or Brock Purdy's a hard one. I think I lean Purdy. The over under is higher, but I just think this is a bad over under for the Colts game anyway.
I agree.
Last one, Richardson or Jared Goff.
I'd take Goff.
But power run, they're going to get back to the power run. We know it.
I know. I don't think that's pro golf though. I think them going like 50, going heavy with the 50 passes for golf. That's not golf. We need play action efficient golf is what we need.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't really feel great about Anthony Richardson, but I don't want to play against him either.
Yeah, turnover machine, not very accurate.
But also the ability to just bomb 90 yards on you at any second.
He's got a beautiful deep ball. Give me the Colts
for 3
here.
touchdowns.
The under.
Yeah, you might start Richardson. God, I feel terrible about Michael Pittman. He's on the bench for me. I got Brian Thomas Jr. in over him.
I would have Brian Thomas Jr. in over him too.
But yeah, Alec Pierce or Jalen Naylor.
I'll take Pierce just because he has the ability to get an 80-yard bomb.
Alec Pierce or Jacoby Myers.
Probably Pierce again.
Alec Pierce or
Josh Downs is back today though.
I know.
Running all the other knee stuff. I don't think that affects Pierce too much. It might affect Pittman.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Pittman's out. Yeah, what about obviously Jonathan Taylor's in your lineup? Caleb Williams, just go ahead and drop him and pick somebody else up. Pick
Yeah.
up Sam Darnold, pick up Gardner Minshew, pick up Andy Dalton. I don't care. Get Caleb Williams out of your lineups.
Dalton. We'll get to him
DJ
next.
DJ Moore, obviously you're starting him. That's probably it for the Bears. I mean, I don't want to start Swift.
Nah, it's Swift on
I
the
don't want to
bench,
start
dude.
Komet. I don't want to start Gerald Everett. I don't want to start. Keenan Allen's out this week. Roma Dunze's limited.
I think we're on the same page with all this.
Yeah, I think we can move on from this game.
Yeah, the Carolina Panthers in Las Vegas. Raiders favored by 5.5, under over 40. I think that's a pretty good under over for that game. Probably taking the under.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
Probably taking the under.
You know what the smile on my face is. But I just can't do it. I'm not gonna call for an upset on this game as much as I want to.
No. The Raiders defense is too good at home.
It is.
Yeah,
But you know how the
I
NFL
don't.
is. You know how the NFL will have the dumbest things happen, like the Raiders go out there and beat the Ravens and lose to the Panthers the next week.
It's true. It's true. And this is kind of a trap game, but give me the Raiders. I don't know if they cover the 5.5. I don't know. I don't think I want to play around with that. But Andy Dalton, I mean, he's gonna give production to Johnson and Thielen.
Yeah,
I think the line was 4 receptions for both of them because
that's what
people
I was
really
going to
don't
say. Give me 4.5 over under. You have to, or say you have to take the over on 4.5 receptions. Who you taking on, Deontay Johnson or Thielen?
Deontay Johnson.
I think I'm going Thielen because Andy Dalton and Thielen have played together before.
Yeah, I'm just taking the younger, the better player.
The last time Andy Dalton and Adam Thielen played together, Thielen had 111 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown.
Yeah, Thielen was the only target.
But it does matter.
There.
Andy Dalton, old school guy, he gonna throw to his guy. You know.
I'd take if I had to pick one between the two. I'd go Johnson first.
I get that. He is the better player. Yeah, I don't want to start anybody on the Panthers side of the ball. I would start Chuba Hubbard if I really had to.
Deep leagues, Chuba Hubbard or Rico Dowdle.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard or DeAndre Swift.
Chuba Hubbard. That one hurts.
I'm with you. Chuba Hubbard or Deontay Foreman.
I kind of like Deontay Foreman, dude. He's been getting
I like Foreman and Ford in that game, honestly.
Yeah. That's what I'm
I'd
thinking
start
too.
both of them over Hubbard.
That's
more.
close.
Chuba
I
Hubbard.
guess I lean more Hubbard because of volume, though, on those two.
Chuba Hubbard or Javonte Williams.
Oh yeah, Chuba Hubbard. Javonte Williams is dust to me.
I'd start the Cleveland backs before I'd start Hubbard, but I'm with you on all the other ones.
I don't hate that.
Anything else in this game? Brock Bowers is hot in. Like, is him and McBride is who you want. I mean, he's feasting. I think that's the first line I took this week was Brock Bowers being over 45 receiving yards, and the line's moved up to 50. And I still like the over 50.
I still got him.
Yeah.
He's going to feast, dude. He's going to have a great game. I got him over 60.5 rushing yards. Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders to cover, dude. The Raiders are playing physical football. You're throwing in old Andy Dalton against this team. Maybe he's going to go out there and be efficient, and there's going to be a slugfest, and they win the game. But I don't think the Panthers' defense is going to hold up, man. I think we saw the Raiders' defense just shut down Lamar Jackson. What do you think they're going to do?
Give me the Raiders. I'll take them to cover at home, but 5.5 is a lot.
Yeah, 5.5 is a lot. Give me them to cover, and give me the under.
I'm with you on that. Zamir White, he's in. I mean, you're probably thinking Zamir White or somebody in the same.
Like Singletary.
That's good. I'll take Zamir White.
Yeah, I'd take Zamir White because of the matchup. Zamir White or J.K. Dobbins?
Give me. I'm starting J.K. Dobbins.
You're starting J.K. Dobbins. He's the rushing leader in the year. You got to start him.
Yeah, but Zamir White's lined up. He just hasn't done it yet.
That's it, exactly. I can't go against J.K. I want to trade J.K. Dobbins high, but it's just like, or I could just have the best running back in the league, maybe.
So, I don't know, man. Like, I think I've already said I think J.K. Dobbins getting under 58. Give me Zamir White. And we got Zamir White taking the over on
60.5, yeah.
60.5, yeah. Give me Zamir White there. I'll take that back.
Yeah, I got Zamir White probably getting a touchdown this week too. That's the thing.
Yeah, I like Zamir White this week. I think he's a good play.
Yeah, let's. I mean, I don't have much more to talk about in this game, dude. It's
Start Bowers.
yeah, start
Start
Bowers,
Adam.
start Minshew maybe. You know, I don't hate starting Minshew this week.
Yeah,
If you
if
want
you're
to have one,
somebody
if you
who,
want to have one touchdown and 250 yards, if that 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, maybe
that's probably what you'll get.
Brock Bowers gets in the end zone this week.
Miami Dolphins at Seattle. Seattle favored by 4. Under over 42. How you feeling
Yeah,
about this one?
I think that's a really good line with Skylar Thompson being the starter.
Under 2.
Zach Charbonnet can run the ball. You saw what James Cook did to him. You saw what Etienne did to him. I mean,
I
Etienne
don't
had a
like
great game
Charbonnet.
that
I don't
week.
like him in this game.
Yeah, but he's going to
I
get
don't like
volume.
him.
He's going to give you 10 points.
He is.
Like, I'm
He is.
taking Zach Charbonnet over somebody like Austin Eckler or Chuba Hubbard, anybody on the Cowboys, Javante Williams. Like, give me Charbonnet over a lot of those guys because of volume.
I'll take Charbonnet over all those, but Austin Eckler is a guy who's been efficient. He's catching a lot of passes. He looks a lot better than he did last year. I'm not mad if you take your shot there. I get the volume play. He could fall into the end zone, but look at the numbers, man. And you watch Charbonnet, he's not good, man.
Oh, I don't
I like the volume
he's also getting
play.
a lot of passing work too, and I think that helps.
He is. I think it was like 11 carries for like 20 something yards.
All right, Braylon Allen had 8.3 points in fantasy this week. He had 11 carries for 55 yards and 3 catches for 13. Does Zach Charbonnet outdo Braylon Allen?
Oh, that's tough. I'd say probably at a sheer volume. He's right on that line.
And I think that's worthy of a start. You're putting him in your flex. If you know you're getting 9 points out of your running back, put him in your flex.
Yeah, he's definitely worthy of a flex play. I'd take him over Hubbard, but I think Austin Eckler is worthy of a flex play too.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean Gino. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, there's a
He's
lot
playing
more
good, honestly. I don't mind Gino this week.
I don't hate it, I guess, but I don't think they're going to really need him that much. I mean, I don't believe Skylar Thompson can do anything, man. He's got a lot of talent around him, but we'll see what if Devon Achane can put this game on his back and Tyreek Hill, great. But
I like Gino because I think that the inefficiency through the run game is not going to let them close this game out through the ground. I think the need to pass is going to be there all game, and they look good against a pretty decent New England defense last week. DK Metcalf, could make a play. JSN looked back with Lockett. I like
starting JSN this week.
Yeah, I'm starting
JSN or Michael Pittman.
I'll start JSN.
Ooh, JSN or Amari Cooper.
Oh man, that's tough. I'm gonna stay in the Flames with JSN there.
I like it. Let's go. Last one, JSN or DJ Moore.
The talent of DJ Moore. You expect him to make some plays. Can you read me? I know you said DJ Moore hit 60 yards. I know you read the line earlier.
It was close. It was close to. He was right around 60 yards back-to-back weeks. Let's go look.
I would
last
start
week he had 10 targets, 6 catches, and 53 yards. And then week 1 he had 8 targets for 5 catches and 36 yards and a 14-yard carry.
I'll be honest, man. Give me JSN. It's just flowing better for JSN right now.
The
O-line's holding up.
JSN or George Pickens?
George Pickens. I just expect him to make a big play. He looked good against Surtain. Had a touchdown callback, some big bombs called back because of the holding calls or whatever against Surtain. I think he's so physical.
That's gonna be
I'll take
a great matchup for
Pickens.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you're starting Tyreek Hill. You're probably starting Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle or JSN?
JSN.
Oh man, I can't do it. I believe in the talent of Jalen Waddle too much. But you're probably starting Jalen Waddle. That's the thing. Like, if you're in a deep league, if you have 3 receivers, you probably don't have much of a choice. Like, Jalen Waddle or Brian Thomas Jr.
You mean Brian Thomas Jr.?
Jalen Waddle or, let's say, Jaden Reed with Jordan Love out.
Oh, that's tough. I think I'll lean Jaden Reed.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I don't know. I can't doubt the talent of
I'll
Jim Waddle.
go.
He's going to
That's
get open.
tough,
They've got to
dude.
put up points, dude. They've got to move. They've got to stretch the field.
I think that's the line right there because Jaden Reed gets you six last week in a half point PPR. Not great. I feel like Waddle could hit that, but
Waddle is either going to get a touchdown or be a bust. In my
yeah,
eyes, that's the scary part. He could have like a 60-yard catch though. That's the thing. Anytime Waddle can break off for a touchdown, just like Tyreek Hill can. He's got crazy speed, great route runner, great hands.
Jaden Reed or Waddle, that's a tough one,
Give
man.
me Waddle
God.
there. I don't. Reed just scares me. But it's just Malik Willis. That's all it is, really. But you're
Yeah,
probably
Skylar
you're
Thompson scares
starting
me too.
Hill. I mean, I feel like you got to still start Waddle just because of what he can do, and you still don't know. I mean, it's Skylar Thompson. You got to give him a chance. But I don't hate the Jaden Reed start.
I'd probably
Obviously,
go with
Achan's in.
Waddle over Reed, but I think Reed could have a explosive play. I think it's more likely for him to break one than it is for Waddle personally.
Okay, I think it's pretty even. I think, in my opinion, but
Just because
um,
I think that they're going to get a little more creative with Jaden Reed than they will with Waddle. Does that make
that's
sense?
very
I think they'll
fair.
get creative with Tyreek Hill
That's a very good.
first,
That's a very good take. Yeah,
but
Devon Achan's in for you. Johnu
and Achan
Smith.
too.
Johnu Smith, dude, had like what
He's
8 targets,
fun.
6 catches, 60 yards or something last week.
Yeah, Smythe, the other tight end that's there that used to be the tight end one.
Yeah,
They
that's
went and got a
fine.
receiving tight end because Smythe is not a receiving tight end. He's a
Yeah,
blocking tight end.
which is great
Jono
for that
Smith, I
run
think,
game.
shows that with the targets.
Yeah, and the
Um,
young quarterback or the inexperienced quarterback. Yeah, you're
if you're in a deep, deep league, I mean,
Colby
Jono
Parkinson
Smith,
or Johnu Smith.
Parkinson,
Johnu Smith or Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz,
Johnu Smith or Britton Strange.
Brenton Strange. Jono's like the ripcord for me. Like, you have to be in some deep leagues, but
Johnu Smith or Mike Gesicki versus the Commanders.
I'll take Gesicki.
Johnu Smith. Well, with T Higgins coming back though,
At least there's chemistry there and a great matchup.
we saw chemistry there with Skylar Thompson and Johnu Smith last week.
Yeah, I'll take Gesicki.
Johnu Smith or Hayden Hurst, last one.
Give me Jono.
So basically, start Colby Parkinson. Okay.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah. On the Seahawks side of the ball, Charbonnet, put him in your flex. I mean, he's a flex worthy play. If you're banged up, if you had Pacheco and Kenneth Walker, God, it sucks. Start Charbonnet. You have to.
Yeah, Charbonnet's a volume play for sure. The efficiency isn't going to be there because he just runs right in the back of his offensive line. It's like Trent Richardson back in the day. He just like big gap. He just runs right to the center. But he could fall to the end zone in a plus matchup. I don't mind Charbonnet in the flex, especially with all the injuries. Charbonnet or Singletary.
Oh, Singletary.
I agree. Charbonnet or Cam Akers.
Or Charbonnet. I don't know what Cam Akers is going to give us,
Charbonnet,
dude. I got Cam Akers under 58.5 rushing yards this week.
I like that bet. I like that bet. But Charbonnet's he's definitely scoring under that, I think.
You
But
said
he could get,
dude, Cam Akers should go out there and give you 1 point.
he could, but he's projected to be the lead back with Damian Pierce and Mixon out.
Dario Gibwale is the other one. So, yeah, he probably is going to be the lead back. And I just think they're just not going to throw it. I mean, you saw what they did last week. They just was like, yeah, okay, we just won't run the ball. It's fine.
I would probably go Charbonnet there because I've been burnt by Cam Akers so much in the past, but
Can't do it again.
can't do it again. One more Charbonnet.
Yeah, Cam Akers had 7 carries last week. Oh, and he fumbled last week.
He sucks,
Cam Akers had 32
dude.
yards and a catch, and he
sucks.
fumbled, dude. Yeah, no, I'm not, dude. There's no way I'm taking Cam Akers. I didn't even want to pick. That's why I didn't pick him up. Dude is just bad at football. I'm sorry.
I'll take Charbonnet. I'll take Charbonnet too, but Cam Akers on a good offense.
That doesn't need to run.
We'll see.
He's on an offense that doesn't need to run.
Yeah, for sure. Who you taking in this game? You taking Seattle to cover?
No. I'm taking Seattle to win. I'll take the Dolphins to cover. It's still, at the end of the day, it's still an insane amount of talent. Mike McDaniels, great offensive mind. I mean, he's gonna find ways to get Tyreek Hill the ball. He's gonna find ways to get Devon Achan in the end zone. And then Skylar Thompson, he's going to make it easy for the guy, dude.
I agree. I think that I like that. If I had to bet on this game with Skylar Thompson being in this game, I wouldn't bet on this just because it's the unknown. He has had a couple years in that system. He's probably going to know the playbook very well. I don't really believe in the talent, but who knows? I mean, they could go in there and get an upset with all the skill position guys. They break some plays wide open, but I
Okay, the
think
defense
Seattle
is
wins at
physical.
home. I think Seattle wins at home, but +4. I don't mind taking Miami +4 here. I wouldn't bet on this, but I
Yeah,
think Seattle wins.
give me the under here. The 42 seems kind of high to me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I guess. Yeah.
You got anything else in this game?
No, I think we're done here.
Yeah, San Francisco versus the Rams in LA. San Francisco's -6.5. Dude, come on, give me the Rams to cover that. At home, +6.5 to a team that just lost to Sam Darnold. Nah, I'm good, dude. George Kittle out, Debo out, McCaffrey out. There's no way.
Dude,
In a
how did the
divisional
Rams move
game,
the ball? How did the Rams move the ball?
Kyron Williams, I mean, that's it.
Been very inefficient. The O line is gone. The receivers gone.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't like this game at all. But in a divisional
Six and a
game,
half.
Sean McVay is going to find a way to keep this game close. This is a great
Give
battle of
me
two
the
minds. This is the game where this is like the 78 overall versus the 78 overall, but it's two really good Madden players playing each other. You know, this
yeah,
is
yeah. I just think that the defensive side for San Francisco is fairly healthy.
the one that gave up 97-yard touchdown to Sam Darnold out of the back of his
It's
own
the
end
NFL.
zone.
It's Justin Jefferson, dude. It's Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that guy.
I
But
get it.
6.5 is something I don't want to play with.
It's so high
Especially
for a
with all
divisional
this.
game.
Yeah, I think Ayuk has a big game. I think Jordan Mason runs like a madman in this game. He
Yeah, I
has the
agree, man.
highest rushing line in the NFL this week, and I think he probably goes over. I think it's like 93.
Yeah, the
He's going
Rams
to
are
hit
really
100 yards.
missing Aaron Donald.
Bad, bad.
They need it really bad. They
I
need
just
that.
don't see what the Rams can do on the offensive side of the ball that keeps them in this game. Like,
I,
yeah, the injuries are hurting for San Fran, and that's why you're taking the +6.5. I understand that, and it's on the road, and they're missing Debo, they're missing Kittle,
they're missing
but I think
McCaffrey.
they have the way better defense, and they have an offense that has an identity of just run it with Mason, power football, play action, get it to Ayuk.
John Michael commented said the Rams steal this one. I think I'm with him, dude. I want to take the Rams with an upset here today.
I don't think so. No,
Dude, I
I'm
mean,
not
I've
with
seen
that.
it before. I don't think I've been saying this. I will die on this hill. Brock Purdy is just not the guy, man.
Yeah,
You're missing
dude,
all these weapons. Brock Purdy is not the guy. I got him under. I got him under on the yards this week for
he's
that reason.
fine. Fine, dude. They're going to get the run game going. The Rams have nothing on offense. Nothing. The
We'll
O
see.
line, like they lost like three O linemen in the first week, and then the second week they lost another.
Give me the
It's
Rams
bad.
to cover 6.5 at home in a divisional game. There's no way that line should be that high. That's a crazy spread.
I don't mind 6.5. I'm 50-50 on taking the Rams versus Niners to cover. With you so bullish on it, I'm cool with leaning to six, taking the Rams 6.5. 49ers win this game. There's no path for the Rams to win this game to me, especially
There
against the
is a
49ers
pass. I
physical.
think it's a defensive pass to win the game, and they get the run game going. But also, I think the passing game could be fine. You're going to see Tyler Johnson do okay. Demarcus Robinson's going to do okay. But Tutu Atwell is also back, who's been a great target for Matt Stafford. I think this
Yeah,
offense is a little
I hear
scheme
you.
this week. I think there's some young guys that could actually surprise you this week.
I don't think they're going to hold up. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Stafford. They're going to want to run the ball with Kyron. That's been inefficient because the line's been terrible. I mean, I like taking the Rams +6.5, but I think the 49ers win. Under over 44.5. Where are you at with that?
Give me the under. Give me the Rams to cover, and I'm taking the under.
I like the under two.
44.5
I
seems
like the
high
under two.
for two teams that have like
Are
one
banged
weapon
up.
on each side. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, the 49ers have two. They have Mason and Ayuk.
They do. And Jawan Jennings is a good football player.
Yeah, he is a good football player, but we'll see what he does this week. I mean,
Yeah. You got
yeah, I don't know.
Check too. They get very creative
Yeah,
with use Check.
they do, but I think you're going to see. You're going to see a close divisional game. It's going to be a slow divisional. It's going to be a fun game to watch if you're a true football fan. You know, if you love
Yeah.
defensive battles and you love the chess match between two great coaches in Shanahan and McVay. But yeah, give me the under and give me the Rams to cover. Do you have anything else you want to talk about in this game? George Kittle's out.
I think there's a little bit to talk about with the Rams receiving core. You've got Robinson and Johnson.
And Tutu
I
Atwell.
think Robinson is Tutu Atwell's a guy who has chemistry with Stafford. We've seen that. He's not a guy I'm trying to put in my lineup at all. But if
Yeah.
I had to pick between all of them, I like Robinson the best. I watched him last year. He's a good football player, kind of like Jawan Jennings is. Uh, I don't mind. I'm starting Robinson in one of my leagues. I lost Cooper Kupp. I have AJ Brown out. T Higgins, who knows? I got Robinson in the flex. I feel okay about it. I mean, he had a better matchup last week and only got like 5 points. He had one catch for like 40 yards, 50 yards. But
Yeah.
um, Kyron, I know you shipped him off. Where are you at with Kyron? Kyron or James Conner against Detroit's tough front seven?
Um, dude, give me James Conner, man. James
That's
Conner
easy
is
for
a
me too.
freaking great running back.
Okay, how about Kyron or let's go with Zamir White against Carolina?
It's terrible, dude. Give me Zamir White.
That's a tough one.
I hate to say that.
It just sucks that we're there with Kyron right
That's
now.
why I shipped him off, dude, because like you said, there's not a whole lot of weapons. And I think the 49ers are going to be like, okay, what's the path to the Rams winning this game? It's Kyron Williams running like crazy. Let's stop Kyron Williams.
I know. I don't think the Rams do much, but we'll see.
And that's why I
Matthew
think
Stafford's got
these
that
wide receivers are solid.
Matthew Stafford can fight too. He's gonna gut it
Well,
out.
and you know, one thing that we forget to talk about is I think Matt Stafford is a better quarterback sometimes whenever Cooper Kupp isn't on the field.
That's interesting.
Because he's not staring down this one guy the whole game, you know?
He
Like
does
if your
that. He's
game
been
plan is to
notorious his
shut
whole career
down
for that.
Cooper Kupp and he's staring down Cooper Kupp, he's going to have a bad game. But if your game plan is who is he targeting? That's where you're going to see Matt Stafford's going to. I think Matt Stafford has a great game.
I think he
A great
turns
game
it
for football,
over.
not for fantasy. Sorry, a great game for football.
Yeah, no, I'll follow you on that. Yeah. Like I said, I think this is the game we're probably differ on the most. I think the 49ers go in here and they handle business here.
Yeah, well, you are. That is your
Um,
second team in the NFL, so I get why you would say that.
it was last year. It pissed me off last year. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie. I'm
that
kind of
hurt.
like I didn't even want to pick them to win the Super Bowl this year, but I did. And they probably won't. They'll probably piss me off again.
Yeah, I got
But
the Rams covering, taking the under. You got the 49ers, the Rams covering.
6.5 is just a lot for two
It's
banged
a
up
lot for a
teams.
divisional game too.
Yeah,
In
I'm
LA.
taking. It wouldn't surprise me. I could see the 49ers covering the spread before I see the Rams winning this game.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not
But
gonna
I'll
be
take the
upset, but
points
it does
because it
sound
is a
fun.
divisional game. It is in LA. Sean McVay and Stafford got to put up something and fight a little bit. I'll take the points, but I wouldn't bet on this.
Yeah, I'm with you. You ready to move on?
I am. This is one of the juiciest games of the week. Detroit and Arizona. 51.5 under over. How you feel about this one?
I think the over under is too high.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean Baker Mayfield was a great has been playing great this year, and he didn't throw like crazy high. They didn't put up crazy high numbers. I feel like that team is pretty comparable to the Cardinals, other than the mobility of Baker being compared to Kyler. But I thought
Yeah.
their offenses are very similar, and I thought the defense is very similar for Tampa Bay and the Cardinals. I could see this being a low scoring, run the ball kind of game.
I could see that too. I'm not against the under here, but we've seen both of these teams lean heavy on the pass through the first 2 weeks. Arizona's defense has been better than I thought it would be so far. I thought Arizona was going to have right there with the worst defense with Washington, and it seems like they're pretty decent right now. They're holding up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, obviously Kyler's going to be in your lineup. He's a great play this week. Marvin Harrison, dude, throw him in. He should be. You should get.
Oh,
Free,
he's in.
this should be a
Yeah.
freaking carpet burn. You're putting him in so fast.
Yeah, McBride's in, Connor's in on a sheer volume, and he's looked good. I think it's a tough matchup for him this week.
I know Greg Dortch, you feel good about him. Has any more news came out on his injury?
I was looking this morning and I hadn't seen anything. I got him. We'll talk about him a little bit later. Detroit giving up the 31st most points to the slot receiver position, and I think that's because Aiden Hutchinson just creates so much pressure that you just have to get the ball out quick.
I think that's going to be really nice for Kyler. I think that's what's going to be the difference, though, between Baker and Kyler this week is that he's going to get away from the sacks. He's not. They're not getting up 5 sacks. I'm sorry. That's so many.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, and I'm starting everybody. I mean, the Dortch is not somebody I want. I got him in DFS as a dart throw. I don't like him in any fantasy lineup.
Give me Jalen Naylor over him. Give me the Rams receivers over him. Like Andre Yoshivas is like, give me Yoshivas because he could get in the end zone.
He's already done it a couple times this year. So
it's just like whoever you expect to score a touchdown. It's like he's like a tight end at this point,
Yeah, I'd agree with that. On Detroit side of the ball, I mean, Gibbs is in, Montgomery's in, Jamison Williams projects well, Laporta, a lot of people are thinking they're going to get back to the run. Amon-Ra's in. Love Amon-Ra this week. There's no DB on the Cardinals that can cover Amon-Ra.
So we think.
I mean, I feel like so we think. I feel like everybody that you feel like you should start is starting in your fantasy lineup.
Everybody you're not sure about means you don't start them, You're not starting anybody on the Cardinals past, Marvin Harrison and James Conner and Trey McBride, like those guys. And then just the guys you drafted, you're starting, and the guys you didn't draft, you're not starting, basically.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray's in too.
Yeah, this is going to be an explosive game, but give me the under, man. This is a playoff game right here.
It is, and usually the unders hit on these playoff games. I get it.
Both teams 1-1. Like you got to think, these teams have both looked very good, and one of them's got to be 1-2 after this.
That's wild to me.
I think
Detroit wins this game, but on the road.
Once again, the same argument I've been making for the Packers is that, they got to win this game. The Lions have to win this game, and I don't think they do it, man.
You think that Arizona wins?
The Cardinals for the upset, dude. I was high on the Cardinals
last week.
I don't
hate it. Yeah,
last week it was like the line was like so close with the Rams, and I was saying how I think this game could be a blowout against the Rams because you saw what the Cardinals did against the Bills in Week 1 in the first half, and Matt Stafford just isn't that comeback guy with just Cooper Kupp out there. And I think you're going to see the exact same thing today. The Cardinals have been playing super physical football, and also their offense is explosive as it gets.
Yeah. I agree. I don't hate it, man.
This game, dude. This was the Cardinals team I was expecting to see 2 years ago whenever I called them for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't hate the upset call here, especially at home. I'm going to take Detroit. I think they get it. I think they get it right. I think they're just a better coached team. I think they're more physical on the defensive side. I think they get back to the power run game and get Gibbs involved. I think Laporta could have a good day. I know all these guys for Detroit can't have a good day, but they just have I don't know. They have more of an identity to me, and I don't like Dan Campbell. I'll take Detroit, but I do like the under though. I do like the under.
Yeah, and another reason I think the Cardinals are going to win is I believe in Jonathan Gannon, dude. I mean, Jonathan Gannon was the defensive coordinator for the Eagles in our Super Bowl run 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So it's like, dude.
Already see signs of the defense improving already.
Yes, the guy's legit, and he plays very good first half football. We've seen it against the Bills. We've seen it against the Rams. It's just, can he close out the second half? And I think with this offense being as explosive as it is, I think, yes, he can close out the second half. So give me the Cardinals to win straight up, man. This is my potential upset of the week. My second.
I do like taking Arizona in the points here because I do think it's going to be a close game. I'm taking Detroit to win. I think that I just think that they're going to be the more physical team. They're going to control the clock. I think Aiden Hutchinson is going to create some problems, but I don't hate your take on Arizona winning this game at all.
John Michael said, not to mention the Detroit Lions that used to play in this Arizona heat. It's going to be 90 degrees at 4 o'clock today.
It'll be in a dome.
It's going to be 90 degrees at 4 o'clock today.
That's crazy.
It's so hot. It's terrible for September. Yeah, I like this game. This is going to be a really fun matchup, dude. Playoff
It's a fun one to watch.
And you know what? We got another playoff matchup in the next game. You good to move on?
Yeah, Baltimore in Dallas. Baltimore favored on the road. This is a wild game here. Like both of these teams, the Ravens could be 0-3. How
The
that
Ravens
feels
could
so
be 0
crazy to
3.
me.
I know. I had them 3 0 at this point, and they could be 0 3. So that shows you who knows ball and who doesn't, I guess. Uh,
NFL, man, the first few weeks. That's why I always say, man. That's why I always say, wait before you put heavy money down on props and DFS early in the season because we didn't expect Houston to have the year they had last year with CJ Stroud. You know, they were supposed to be projected for like 4 wins, and then here it is now. Ravens, one of our Super Bowl favorites, could go 0-3. You know, so
yeah,
the
you
identity of
know,
these teams are going to shock us. I expect, ideas on these teams are going to change week from week. I like Baltimore going on the road and getting the win here. I
yeah, I
believe
mean,
they get it right, but
they've
it don't
got
feel
to.
good, man.
Here's the problem. I think the Cowboys' path to winning this game is stop trying to run the ball. Stop trying to give these guys 20 plus carries a game. It didn't work last year with Tony Pollard. You think it's going to work with Zeke and Rico Dowdle this year? No, it's not. Throw the ball. This is why they were good last year. This is why they won the division last year, is because they stopped trying to run and they started throwing it to CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert and all these freaking young guys who are insane. They're so good. I mean, Brandon Cooks is 55 years old, but
Jalen
these
Tolbert
receive,
looks
this,
kind of
receive,
sneaky,
this
though.
receiving core is very good. Dak Prescott got paid. CeeDee Lamb got paid. Throw the ball. What are you doing? Obviously, I want to
Yeah,
see him try to run it, but
not only that, I love Dak and CD and DFS this week. I mean, the Ravens look rough and their secondary is giving up. They're bleeding points. I think they're like 31st in the league right now.
exactly. The path to win is
Right
throwing the
there
ball
by
for the
right there with
Cowboys.
Washington. It's like this is bad. You know, I get it. It's Baltimore. We always expect them to have a good defense, but the secondary looks rough. But the Cowboys don't always deliver when the matchup is great. Like Dak doesn't always deliver when he has a plus matchup. I think he does today, but I think that Baltimore does control the line of scrimmage and they do get this win. But man, this is a 50-50 game. I don't want to bet on any. I don't want to bet on this game. You got
Yeah,
the
I mean,
how you feel?
I hate taking any whatever. I don't know who's going to win this. Like I said, this is a playoff game.
Yeah,
Dallas being at home is big for them, dude. But if Dallas goes up
big.
there, I mean, I'm going to predict this based on I don't know, dude. You got to go out there and throw the ball. Go out there and let Dak throw it. I mean, there's no reason that Dak Prescott doesn't have 350 yards and 3 touchdowns this week.
I think the line was two. Was it 230 or 260 something for Dak
Yeah, there's no
passing
reason he
yards?
shouldn't blow that out of the water.
He should hit 300 in this game.
But if they don't let him throw the ball, then he's not going to, and they're going to lose this game if that's the case.
Yeah,
You're not going to out physical this Ravens front seven and Derrick Henry. You're not doing it, man. I'm sorry.
you're not going to do that. Yeah, you're going to have to beat
Mike
him in the
McCarthy
on
though,
air.
we'll see what he wants to do. I think that God, I don't want to call for the Cowboys to win this game, but I think that's what I'm doing.
I don't hate it. It's at home. It
Because
feels bad picking Baltimore right now, but
well,
I think Baltimore's going to win.
last year, yeah, I want to take that. I want to go with my heart, but my mind and my gut says the Cowboys. Just like last year, they lost to the Cardinals, and they're like, all right, let's stop running the ball. Let's stop doing that. And then this year, they're going to do the same thing because they just lost to the Saints in Jerry World.
Yeah, Zay Flowers, he's in, of course. Um, Jackson's in. Henry's in. Where you at with Mark Andrews? I feel like Mark Andrews is a
You put him
bounce
in
back
there.
game for him.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
like Andrews.
I think it's a good pick. I know you got him in your tournament play, and I think it's a great play. Um, Jake Ferguson's back this week, which also goes with the narrative of Dak Prescott being a great play this week, dude.
Oh, I love Dak Prescott in fantasy and DFS both this week. There was three lines I took with quarterbacks and stacks that I was interested in, and we'll get to that here soon. But Dak was one of them with Derek Carr. You know, Derek Carr was another one, and then the other one was Kyler Murray. I love the stacking with those three quarterbacks.
The
Um,
stacking.
stacking, love it. I think Derrick Henry has a great game. I got a problem with him going over and scoring today. I feel like if you bet on him scoring every week for 17 weeks,
You'll profit.
you're probably
You'll
going
be
to
over
get 12 of
50%.
them.
You'll be over
You
50%.
know,
Yeah,
you're going to win
that's a
money.
very good call. Yeah, I want the Ravens to win today, obviously, as an Eagles fan, but I mean, you can't stifle the Cowboys this long, right? You can't stop. You can't not let them throw the ball. We saw what Dak Prescott did. How many yards did he throw for last year? It was like 4,800 or something.
Oh, he was killing, especially
Was
on
it
the back after
5,000
week
yards last
4 or
year?
5. He just turned it on. Yeah, that was with the Kellen
Yeah.
Moore offense though, and now Kellen Moore is no Kellen Moore was gone last year, wasn't he?
Kellen
That's
Moore
right. He was at the
was
Chargers. He was at
at
the
the
Chargers
Chargers
last year.
last year. So I don't know. We'll see, but I mean, Dak Prescott threw for 4,500 yards last year. What are you doing? He had 36 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Let him throw the ball. That's
They
crazy.
have if they're going to win this game, they gotta connect to the air. Like I said, Baltimore secondary is bleeding points to fantasy quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the blown coverage against Xavier Worthy in Week 1. We saw Devontae Adams get in with Gardner Minshew at quarterback. Dak Prescott should feast today if the play calling is good, but I wouldn't bet on that. But I guess I'm going to call. I'm going to call for the Cowboys to win at home, but I
I
don't
don't
want
hate it.
to. I don't want to
I'm picking
call either of these.
Baltimore.
Give me the over in this game.
I love the over. I think the over hits.
Cowboys are going to have to go out there and score points, and the Ravens are going to go out there with a vengeance after coming off of a unfortunate loss against the Raiders. And we saw what the Cowboys gave up to the Saints last week.
Anything else in this game you want to go over? I'm not starting any of the running backs from the Cowboys side.
No, definitely
Jake
not.
Ferguson's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be starting him over Colby Parkinson if he was available, but he's not.
I'll be starting him over probably Goddard.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Most
know
of
about
those,
Goddard. Goddard's right there.
well,
He's
I
right
got
there
the
with
stack.
Goddard
That's why I would start him.
for sure. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, we can move on though. Chiefs in Atlanta. Chiefs -3. It's not enough.
Really?
I don't think it's enough. I think I think the Falcons' win against the Eagles is more of a reflection on the Eagles than it is on the Falcons.
I don't think so. I think the Falcons are a playoff team. I think they looked like a playoff team with the Eagles last week. It would not shock me to see the Falcons win this game.
Oh, you calling for a potential upset?
I'm calling for this is going to be my potential upset of the week. I think that the Chiefs, I mean, obviously the Chiefs are favored of the Chiefs, but the Falcons look like they got back to what we expected of them week 1 last week. I think that there's a little bit of an identity there. The Bijan's running the ball very well. It's a tough matchup for them. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate taking the Falcons here. Their secondary's phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, man. I could see that being an upset, but at the end of the day, dude, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, man. It's a night game again. You think Kirk Cousins really goes out there and does it in prime time, back to back weeks against Super Bowl contending teams? Probably
Oh,
not.
that's why the Chiefs are favored, absolutely. But
But
I
I
think
think
that
minus
the
three
Chiefs
isn't
will be one
enough.
dimensional. I don't think they'll have a running game at all. And I think that the secondary pairs up very well against the Chiefs receivers. I
Yeah,
love Rasheed
Travis
Rice.
Kelsey should get
Obviously, he's
right this
in.
week.
Do what?
Travis Kelsey has to get right this week.
He looks bloated and slow
Yeah, he looks
to
happy.
me. He does look happy. Put on the happy weight, you know?
From the heavyweight, man.
Haven't we all? Haven't we
Yeah,
all?
we have. We
Uh,
have, man. Yeah, dude.
the,
Kansas City, though, I mean, over under a 46.5. I'm taking the under. I mean, but if you're Kansas City, if you have Kansas City players, you're starting Mahomes, you're starting Kelsey, you're starting Rashi Rice, and you're probably starting Xavier Worthy. Where do you put the line at with Worthy?
I don't know. It's so hard to project that line because the targets haven't really been there. I mean, they're like kind of there. They're trying to work him in. I mean, has he gotten over 5 targets all year?
I don't think.
I
I
don't
had him last week under
think.
5.5, and he had 4.
And when's the
And
last
week
time
4.
Patrick Mahomes put up over like 20 fantasy points? It's been weeks.
Yeah, that's a good
It's been a
point.
while.
But
You
they
know,
had
and like I
Pacheco. They
said,
had Pacheco.
and they don't have him now, and I don't think they
Exactly.
have a running game at all. And I
Left
think
Carson
that the
Steele,
secondary
Samaje Perine.
yeah, I think that this defense for the Falcons at home pairs really well against this Chiefs offense.
John
Uh,
Michael said Kansas City with running back trouble on betting Xavier Worthy get a big play. So basically, John Michael thinks his fantasy players are going to do good.
all my fantasy players are scoring today. All right.
They're all going to have big plays.
Yeah. I don't hate him having a big play. I like how
No,
he's
I
just
don't
like
either. I think he's going to get a few carries, and he's probably going to. I think he gets over 5 touches. It might not be targets, but he's going to get probably 2 carries. I mean, there's no reason not to.
Dude, all it takes is one with
All it takes
Xavier
is
Worthy.
one touch for him to get 15 points.
Same with with Reed on and for the
Yeah,
Packers.
yeah, exactly.
Um, Darnell Mooney looked
Dude,
decent.
put him in, man. Put the dude in.
Who are we putting him in over though? I mean,
I'm
it's
putting him in
fun to
over
say put
Jalen
him in.
Naylor.
I would agree. I agree with that.
Over the Rams receivers, just because you don't know which one.
I'd go DeMarcus Robinson there.
Yeah, but what
Personally,
has he really done?
he looked confident last year when he was filling in for those banged up guys, and I think that they're going to lean on him this year or this
Uh,
game.
Darnell
I don't
Mooney.
mind Darnell Mooney though.
Darnell Mooney had a lot of chemistry with Kirk Cousins last week, and I think you're going to see
Yeah,
the same thing because the Chiefs' defense is kind of similar, man. I mean, obviously they're getting a little more pressure because of Chris Jones, but
yeah.
I mean a lot more pressure. But the thing is dude, Bijan's going to run great, and that's going to set up a lot of play action for Darnell Mooney, and I think the chemistry is going to really show today. And that's one of the reasons why you're calling for the upsets because you said Kirk Cousins looked good, but yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Give me the Chiefs to win this. What about these running backs for the Chiefs, though?
I'm out. I'm waiting and seeing. I don't believe in Steele. I think that he's a fullback who's in the NFL is probably going to run for 3.2. I think that Samaje Perine, if I had to start between the two, I'd probably go Perine just because I think the game script's going to be all pass. And Steele, you can look at Steele and
Yeah,
tell he's just a downhill runner.
and he
Samaje
fumbled
Perine is
last week.
the receiving back. I'd rather have Perine in a game where they're going to pass heavy. I don't like Drake London this week as much. I think McDuffie's a great shutdown corner. I think that's why they moved on from Snead because they had McDuffie playing so well last year. He's played so well so far this year. And we've both taken the under on what was it, 8 targets on London.
It was 8 or 8.5. I think it was 8.5.
Yeah, I
I
think
hope
that
it
he'll
was
probably
eight and
have
a half.
6, 7.
Yeah, I'll be
Kyle
there.
Pitts, we'll see. I think this just depends on.
Yeah, it was 8. It was 8 on the dot.
I just really believe in the Falcons defense keeping them in this game. I don't really like the matchup on it on the Falcons side of the ball. I think I lean more towards the under in this game, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with
46
you
and
on
a
the
half is
under.
a little high. I love the under in this game.
I know Kareem Hunt won't start this week, but how do you feel about him coming back? Do you think that's going to be do you think that's a valuable pickup? Do you think he's going
I
to do
think it
anything?
is a valuable pickup. I picked him up in one of my leagues myself, just as a stash. I think that they're gonna after this game it's gonna be desperation time trying to get a confident running back. I don't think Hunt's somebody who's gonna go in there and be what he was when he was there. He's definitely over his prime, but I think he's a guy who can come in and get you 60 on the ground with a potential touchdown in the flex, on
Yeah,
15 carries.
yeah, that's very possible. I think I don't know. I feel pretty good about Samaje Perine. You saw how you know what Andy Reid does with the running back position, dude.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen it with Jarrett McKinnon. You've seen it with guys like Kareem Hunt, and you've seen it with guys like um, Isaiah Pacheco. Like he's gonna get these guys the ball, and Samaje is a great receiving back, dude. And that's exactly like Andy Reid thrives with receiving back. So I think you
Yeah, I
could. I
like
wouldn't
it.
be surprised to see Samaje with a touchdown today.
I wouldn't either. It's not. He's not a guy I'm trying to force in my lineup by any means. Like give me
Yeah,
Charbonnet
yeah.
over
Give me
Piron, but
Singletary over him.
yeah, but he's a guy that I'd like to. We're gonna get somebody's gonna be. I think that you're gonna get some good production, especially when Hunt comes back. It's either gonna be Steele, Hunt, or Piron. It could be a revolving door of all of them, which would be terrible. But if you can get one, if you see one getting all the volume or majority of the volume,
You
you
got to
know that
jump on
when
it
you get
quick.
a you'll jump on it quick, and also when you get a plus matchup like Carolina or somebody, you can throw them in at the flex.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to talk about in this game. I mean, Kyle Pitts, is he gonna uh, not be a pumpkin?
Like the rest of the tight ends that if you drafted and they're hurting you right now, other than McBride and Bowers, he's in like the rest of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm
With
with you.
Kincaid, all those Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he could have a good game, but I'm not expecting anything out of the tight end position unless you have Brock Bowers, basically, or Trey McBride, like you said. But I think we can move on from this game. You call it a
Yeah,
potential
yeah.
upset. I don't hate it, but give me the Chiefs to win and cover.
I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's a path for the Falcons to win. I don't have an upset
It's
this
the
week.
NFL,
They're at
man.
home
If you're betting against Vegas, you sound crazy. So
for sure.
if you're gonna call for an upset, you might as well sound crazy.
That's right. Hey,
It's fun.
Jacksonville at
Jacksonville.
Buffalo.
Oh man, It's gonna be a good game, dude. I think Buffalo's gonna spank them, honestly. But I think Jacksonville, you got to see something out of Jacksonville now. They're 0-2.
Got to.
It looks bad, dude.
Trevor Lawrence, 51% completion percentage, right there with Anthony Richardson at 49.
Oh my god. Except he's not
It's not
bombing on
sustainable.
Alec Pierce. Yeah, that's terrible.
It's not sustainable. I mean, we're talking like Tim Tebow completion percentage right now.
Yeah, it's
It's
ugly,
terrible.
man. And it makes sense. One of the greatest college quarterbacks we've seen in the last decade, and terrible in the NFL.
Yeah, yeah. There's a stat that I think all quarterbacks 6'6" and above start to fail at the NFL level because their windup and the release is too slow.
Makes
And
sense.
I wondered if that would be the case for Trevor Lawrence. I'm not so sure about it, but I know one thing. I know that Doug Peterson should be on the hot seat.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely should be. Trevor Lawrence, you don't want to start him in this.
Oh no, he's probably on everybody's waiver wire right now.
Christian Kirk, maybe.
Out. I was like, okay. I was like the only person last week that was in, and
And he just get dunked on you.
yeah, nothing. So
Brian
I'm
Thomas
not. I don't have
Jr.,
nothing to do.
I feel like he should be in your lineup. The game script for him is so good. I got him and I'm playing against him. John Michael's got him in. If I see John Michael has him in though, I feel good about it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good start.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. He's always got some good starts in fantasy. I like Brian Thomas Jr. this week. The Bills have their secondary is held up, but they did get rid of a lot of guys who were big name guys. Davis White and Micah Hyde, I believe, is not there anymore. And
Yeah,
so Brian Thomas Jr. I love him this week.
yeah, I do too. Travis Etienne, you got to have in your lineup. I think he has 2 touchdowns in the year.
Yeah, he's in.
Of course, he's like he's what this offense runs through. Um, Evan Ingram's out, so Brenton Strange, sure, I don't hate it.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
he could get some good volume. That's it for me on the Jag side. It's like Brian Thomas and Etienne. That's about it, though. That's what I really want.
That's really it for me. For
What
me,
about
there's
the
no way
Bills?
Jacksonville goes in here and beats Buffalo at
I'm
home.
with you, dude. What about on the Bill? What about on the Bill side of the ball? You starting everybody?
Cook's in, Kincaid's in. The receivers, out of all of them, I think I would like
Khalil
to take a
Shakir.
shot on. I would like to take a shot on Colton personally.
He had 0 points last week.
The whole receiving, Josh Allen had 7. They didn't need him.
That's true.
Like they just ran the ball with Cook and just won the game.
Do you think they're going to need him this week? To the team that just
Yeah,
gave him 19
Jacksonville's
points to the Browns?
defense. Jacksonville's defense will keep them in this game. Jacksonville has a good defense.
I don't believe it, man. I thought the same thing was.
I
Gonna
just think
happen.
Jacksonville's offense ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the problem for their defense. You know what I mean?
Could be. I mean, I think we both
I
have
said this is a
the
good
Bills
game. I think
probably
it's just because I want to see
cover.
Josh Allen just go carve up Trevor Lawrence. I just want to see Trevor Lawrence be bad. That's why it's a good game to me. It's entertaining to watch.
I
Clemson players
slightly
be
pull
terrible.
for Lawrence a little bit just because I love the talent, the physical traits, but I think it's a Doug Peterson issue. I think we saw that with Carson Wentz. I mean, Carson Wentz was Carson Wentz, but it looked amazing early on, and then it just slowly defenses adjusted, and like Doug Peterson doesn't seem to be able to switch his offense to change and adapt. But
Yeah, that's true.
do we-
It is true.
do we both have the Bills covering the 5.5?
Yeah, we do. I don't think it's
I
going to be a
think
close game. I think
Yeah.
give me the Bills to cover, and honestly, I guess I'll take the under, but I kind
I
of
want the under bad.
Yeah, it's
I
40,
love the
45
under.
and a half is pretty high, so
Yeah.
give me the under. Give me the Bills to cover. Dude, I can't wait to see the Bills. It's fun to watch the Bills play good football. Sean McDermott is an amazing coach.
He is. He really is.
But I don't know what more we need to talk about in this game. I mean, Khalil Shakir had 5 catches last week for 54 yards, and I think he's probably the number 1 receiver on their team right now.
For now, I think so, but I think Coleman's going to get some. He's going to get the downfield throws. Apparently, Jacksonville's moved to more man coverage, and I think that favors Keon Coleman a little bit more than Shakir. But I don't mind Shakir. I think Shakir probably projects as the number 1, but it would not surprise me if Keon Coleman had a touchdown.
Yeah, John Michaels also asked, when does Keon Coleman have his big day in Buffalo? And I'm going to say it's going to be week 4 against the Ravens. And that's funny to say, but like I don't think they
don't hate that.
They don't need Keon Coleman in this game again, man. They're not going to need him. Jacksonville isn't going to be able to do much. This game is going to get ugly. I mean, we got the Bills covering 5.5. What do you think this score is going to be, man? It's going to be ugly, just like it was last week against the Dolphins. And Baltimore secondary, John Michael started put ha 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 in the comments.
Baltimore secondary is a problem.
Baltimore secondary is rough, but it's going to be a close game. And you saw Keon Coleman have 5 targets for 4 catches and 51 in a close game against Arizona. I think that's either that game or it'll be week 5 against Houston, another exact same type of matchup.
It would not shock me if the Jaguars defense came in and did well enough for Buffalo not to cover. It would not shock me.
It would shock me.
Because look at what Jacksonville's defense did in the past 2 weeks. I mean, Miami, they kept them in the game. They were winning that game. It was 17-3 at halftime or something. Jacksonville was up. The
defense Miami with Tua, who threw 3 interceptions in the first half.
But we all know what that offense is, though. We all know what the Miami offense is. I mean, they're high flying, all the speed, and Tua's. I mean, he came out and threw three picks. You know.
That was against the Bills I was talking about. He threw 3 picks.
Oh, Bills. But I guess Jacksonville, to my point is that Jacksonville held that offense pretty low.
Oh,
I would not stop me. Jacksonville's got a good defense, man.
They do have a good defense, but I don't know.
It's in Buffalo.
Josh Allen is Josh Allen. James Cook is.
I'm agreeing with that 100%.
I'm sorry. And like, if the offense for Jacksonville was a little bit better, I would lean more on what you're saying. But I just can't do it, man. I don't think these guys are going to be able to sustain this against this physical.
And that's why I got Buffalo to cover.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Jacksonville's defense is going to do enough to make Keon Coleman relevant in this game.
That's where I disagree with you. I think Keon Coleman has like 3 targets for 2 catches and 23 yards. I would love to start him. I want him to be great, but because I have.
Don't start him. Don't start him in fantasy.
I'm not starting him in fantasy. I'll wait till. Yeah. I'm probably gonna wait till week 5. If he does it in week 4, I'll start him in week 5 if I have to.
I think you're gonna see a little bit more out of Keon Coleman this week, but we'll see. We'll see. If I had to pick between him and Shakir. Take your shot.
I'm going Shakir.
Take your shot.
Shakir's been consistent. He's got 20 fantasy points on the year. Touchdown in week 1, 5 catches last week for 54 yards. I think the game script's the same this week as it was last week.
They're going to run. I love Kincaid this week. I think that Kincaid's going to be the number 1 target probably in that offense. James Cook, start him. Etienne's in. Kincaid's in. Outside of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to go?
No, I think we can move on to our last game of tomorrow night.
This game is, Washington at Cincy. T. Higgins is expected to be back. I think Joe Burrow is one of the starts of the week. I think he's going to have a great day. I think he bounced back. Chase has what you drafted him for in this game. We saw it with Malik Neighbors last week. Yeah, I love it. I love the touchdown prop. Give me a touchdown for Chase. Probably a big one too.
Yeah. I think. Do you have the Bengals covering this week? 7 points is a lot. It's at home.
7 points is a lot for an offense that is just like hasn't melded well.
Yeah, I think they did good. They melded well last week. Whenever they almost they should have beat the Chiefs, but
they should have won that game. Give me Cincy to cover. Washington just can't keep up.
Give me Cincy to cover that defense. The Bengals scored 20-plus points against the Chiefs last week. They're going to score 35 this week.
They could have won that game, man. That PI call.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy, dude. Dude's going for the ball, but, if it was, I think the way to look at it is if it would have been the other way around, if it would have been an offensive player behind the defender jumping up for the ball, they would have never called offensive pass interference.
The penalties just favor the offense so much. I hate the fact that it's a spot foul for offense, but defense is 15-yard penalty. I love the college rule on that where it's just 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Which is how
it should be if it's offense or if it's offensive pass interference, it should be a negative spot foul.
40 yards that way.
Yeah, 40 yards that way.
Zach Moss, he's in.
Dude, you're starting everybody on the Bengals. You're starting Joe Burrow. You're starting Jamar Chase. You're starting T. Higgins. You're starting Zach Moss. You're probably starting Mike Gesicki if you had like Evan Ingram. Say you drafted Evan Ingram, start Mike Gesicki. Sure, I don't care.
Gesicki or Brenton Strange.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. Give me Gesicki though.
Yeah.
On Washington side of the ball, Jaden Daniels, I feel like the
He's
rushing
in.
floor keeps him in.
Dude, they're down, dude, they're supposed to be -7. I mean, yeah, give me the quarterback. He hasn't scored. He hasn't thrown a touchdown this week or this year. He's got to throw one at some point, right?
Jaden Daniels or
Oh,
Patrick Mahomes, who hasn't scored over, I think,
stupid.
16.
Give me Patrick Mahomes, dude. Come on.
I'll take Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, or let's go with Anthony Richardson against the Bears.
Give me Jaden Daniels there.
I'm with you. Let's go one more just for fun. Let's go Jaden Daniels or Geno Smith against the Miami Dolphins.
Give me Jaden Daniels.
I'll take Geno. I think he's gonna have
I
a good
got
day.
Patrick Mahomes a little higher this week just because I think what's the running back's gonna do? He's got to throw.
Yeah, it's volume for sure.
Yeah.
And Terry
Terry
McLaurin, I mean,
McLaurin,
he's on the bench.
dude. Terry McLaurin or Amari Cooper?
Give me Cooper. The
Terry
targets are
McLaurin
there.
or Michael Pittman?
McLaurin.
Give me Pittman, dude.
McLaurin, Waddle, Pittman. Put them in order.
Oh, McLaurin, Waddle, Pittman. Give me Waddle first. I guess Pittman second and McLaurin last. I
I'll
mean,
take Waddle, McLaurin, Pittman. I think.
Waddle's the best player out of the three, and Pittman has a quarterback that can at least throw a touchdown, and he's getting targets. And then McLaurin has Jaden Daniels, who hasn't thrown a touchdown all year. Probably isn't throwing, and if he throws one, it's probably going to be to Austin Eckler.
It's probably
It's
you're
probably going to be
probably
the
right
running
about
back.
that.
So
Yeah. Who you
or
taking
Zach
the way? You said
Ertz.
Cincy to cover?
Yeah, I'm taking Cincy to cover -7. Give me the over though. Give me the over on this crazy game. I think it's gonna be a crazy game. Garbage time
That's
for
gonna be a
Jaden
wild game.
Daniels.
Yeah, I like the over in
Garbage
this
time
one
for
too.
Jaden Daniels could be amazing, dude. He could be an excellent DFS play.
You got some props you want to go over before we close this out?
Yeah, of course I got props I want to go over. Do you want to? Let's start with the prop. You go ahead and start with your DFS line. How about that? Because I want to go through the ones I want to start. Or I want to call for.
Okay. I went back and forth on a lot of stacks and a lot of pass this week. But for my cash, I have. Let me pull it up here. I got Kyler Murray for 6,900. I think that the weapons are great. The secondary for Detroit is it's a bleeding secondary too. It's giving up a lot of points. 27th and giving up points to the fantasy position and to the quarterback position. I love Kyler Murray this week. Wanted to stack it with Marvin Harrison Jr. just a little bit too expensive, but on the running back side, I got Alvin Kamara for 7,500. We saw what Bijan did against that front seven last week. I think that he continues to do it. It's pure volume, for
Yeah.
Kamara. He's just been dominant. He's been so dominant this week. And I think everybody in the cash lineup or in tournament in general, I think everybody across the board in DFS is going to have Jordan Mason for 6,200. He's the highest rushing line of the week at 93 rushing yards. I think he hits the over on that because, the 49ers don't have their weapons and the Rams have nobody to stop the rushing attack for the 49ers anyway. I think they're going to do what they want, especially through the play action game to Ayuk. But love Jordan Mason this week. At receiver, I got 6,900 Devontae Smith. He's a volume play and a great matchup. They got to get him the ball. I think he scores this week again with A.J. Brown being out. At my second receiver, I got Jameson Williams, 5,800. I think he's in a great matchup too against Arizona. High over under. He's gotten 8-9 targets every week. He's kind of made Laporta. That's who it's hurt the most. It's hurt Laporta, and I think that Laporta is going to be fine today. But somebody, maybe one or two of these guys on this line's offense is not going to give you what you want.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Laporta, but I think Jameson Williams hits. In the I spent down at my wide receiver 3 at 4,500. I got Greg Dortch to stack with Kyler Murray. We said earlier that the Detroit Lions give up the 31st most points to worst points to the slot receiver, and that's where Greg Dortch is. He plays out of the slot, and I think that's because of the pass rush of Aiden Hutchinson just getting there so quick. I spent down at tight end as well, 3,600 with Colby Parkinson. It's a punt. Tight end position, I've spent down all week. The tight end position is terrible in general and hard to project right now in fantasy. You look at that with Kincaid, with Pitts, with Kelsey, you can keep going. There's Kittle's been okay. Bowers and McBride are like the only tight ends that you really want right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dalton Schultz not producing. So we've been in the flex. We got Tony Pollard for 6,000. Love Tony Pollard this week. He looks like he's gotten back. He's taken over the backfield. And this is a run funnel defense of the Packers. They don't give much up in the secondary, and I think that that's going to be a team that they don't want to. The coach hates Will Levis.
Yeah.
He's been very obvious that he's been
right.
critical on him. He said that if we didn't punt the ball, we could have punted the ball every time on first down and won the game against the Bears, and they could have.
Yeah.
And defense, I love the Bears against the turnover
cheap.
machine, Indianapolis. I love the Bears defense this week. I think it's going to be the best, cheapest option. The Bears defense is solid. They held Houston like under 20 or whatever it was.
Yeah. There was.
What do you think they're going to do against the turnover machine?
Yeah, that's right. They're probably gonna have another. They're probably have a pick six this week. They had 2 touchdowns against the Titans defense or the Titans offense. So yeah, just to run back through it, you said you got Kyler Murray, Alvin Kamara, Jordan Mason, and then you got Devontae Smith, Jamison Williams, Greg Dortch, Colby Parkinson at tight end, Tony Pollard in the flex, and the Bears defense.
That's it. Feel good about it.
Heck yeah, man. So for some props, man. I'm gonna go through the ones I like. I guess I'll call out 5. I've got 5 parlays in, but I'll call out 5 props that I like. I'll call out one prop I like from each parlay. Obviously, you got to have the Caleb Williams free square if you're on Prize Picks. So I'm not going to count that as one of mine. But I got a Joe Burrow over 263.5 passing yards against the Commanders.
Right?
Yeah, I think against the Commanders is a great play. So that's one of the squares I want in passing yards. For rushing yards, I actually want Tyreek Hill over 1.5 rushing yards.
I love that, dude. They're going to get a reverse or something,
Yeah, if you're looking for a running back, I got Cam Akers under 59.5, but I like the Tyreek Hill line better. For receiving yards, I have Brock Bowers over 50.5, and you also have him over 45.5. I think it's a great line to take this week, dude. The offense kind of runs through him, dude. He's gonna be great. As far as receptions go, Nico Collins over 5.5 receptions. I actually love my receptions parlay. I have a 3-leg parlay. I kind of want to call them all out, but I got Nico Collins over 5.5 receptions, T. Higgins over 3.5, and Drake London less than 8 targets.
Yeah, we sat here and talked for about an hour and a half, and I think we both agreed that those 3 parlays I thought they were great.
Yeah, and so that's my main ones right there. Yeah, Joe Burrow, take the over on the passing yards. Tyreek Hill, over on 1.5 rushing yards. And Brock Bowers, take over on the receiving yards. That's my main
love
ones
all of
that I
those,
like,
man.
dude. But hey, it's 12 o'clock. I guess we're at 10 to 12 live show now.
We are. It's weird how we tacked on an extra hour.
Yeah.
How many props have you hit out of 60?
I'm at like 42. Let me go look at my notes. I have it written down. Yeah, I'm sitting 12 out of 20 on all parlays, and each prop at a prop total, I'm 41 out of 62,
which is amazing. I've hit 100% on DFS lineups. Hit week 1, hit week 2. We're smashing these props and these lines.
We're making money, man.
Hopefully you're listening and you're plugging in some of these props and these lines, because if you are, you're winning money.
Yeah, you're making money for sure. And I plan on making more today, so.
Dude, good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck to you.
It has. Really interested to see how that 49ers, Rams, and that Falcons Chiefs game. I think we differed on that one the most.
I called for an upset as well. I got a different upset this week. What was my upset call? I honestly forgot already. Let me go back.
Was it Packers, Titans?
Yeah, I called for the Packers to upset the Titans.
Yeah, I think we both kind of agreed on that one.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to be a good week of football. As always, it's football, so it's going to be a good week, right? We'll see what the Eagles can do today at 1 o'clock, but we got an hour till these games kick off. Make sure you guys are paying attention if you're following the DFS lineup. Greg Dortch is expected to play, but if he doesn't play, be ready to pivot out of that.
And the pivot that I like there is that I would like to go to Juwan Jennings and Pat Freiermuth at tight end. I'm going to exchange Colby Parkinson out, put him the Muth, who's in a plus matchup. I think he's got a better option at scoring at tight end. And then Juwan Jennings, I kind of like a little bit more than a Dortch. I just like to stack a little bit more.
Yeah. So there you go. If you guys want to make money, just listen to us.
Dude, it's been fun. Good luck to everybody today.
Heck yeah.
And good luck to you and your team.